What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Kanal, aka Black Man Travels. Happy Saturday, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been an amazing week. A lot of things have happened this week, man, and I wanted to take the time to really have a real grown man conversations, man. No emotional outbursts, no, bullshit, man. Just like real grown man talking, like real travelers who've done it all, who experienced it all, and know how to conduct themselves accordingly. I'm going to open the panel, man. I really want to have a real live discussion about this particular topic. And I want to provide my perspective on it, as a man who's been traveling for over 20 years, domestic and overseas, who have put in work. I've been huge within the travel community, not from a YouTube perspective, but from a community. My name is out there, but the thing is, you have a lot of new cats that's coming into the travel space that never heard of me. I've been part of this black male travel space for quite some time. Started back since 2013. I used to always chime in on various travel groups out there at the time, where I even became a moderator and an admin for some of the first early travel groups. This is back in 2015, 2016. And I was putting in work. And when I mean putting in work, I was adding value to the community. One thing to keep in mind about the black male travel space at the time, it was a very tight-knit community where everyone who traveled actually traveled. Everyone who could actually speak on the topic, they spoke. The ones who did not have any experience, they shut up and took notes. At the time, these were your Charles Tyler. He was one of the early pioneers that helped start that conversation. And I was there. I was there as an audience, as part of the audience. But as I continue to travel and provide value within the community, I saw a lot of growth where our own little group, one group became 2 groups, 3 Facebook groups, 5 Facebook groups. It got to the point we had a black male travel space for almost every country, like from Ethiopia to Nigeria to Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic. But of course, Dominican Republic will always be the first one that helped drive that conversation. But our group continued to expand over the years to the point where we come to the Passport Bros. Now, I'm going to give you guys a real life perspective, not being biased. This is someone who has traveled countless of times. I mean, I have over 40 plus countries under my belt. I have traveled multiple cities and states within the United States. Actually, in a couple of weeks, I have to fly back out to Arizona, Phoenix, to take care of some things. And August, I'm actually going to the Colombia Festival. I'm not sure if you guys heard of the Petroleum Festival. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but this festival will be held in Cali, Colombia. Cali. So I'll be out there in Cali for 3 days, Friday to Monday, soaking up all the culture, all the richness, all the blackness of Colombia. And I can't wait. And the good thing about this trip, I'm bringing my gang with me. We all content creators. We all have, we're photographers, videographers. writers. We're all traveling together, and we're gonna break bread, and we're gonna create amazing content, do some live streams from Cali, Colombia, giving you guys the real deal what's going on. See, the thing is about this travel space, you got to the point where you got guys that's talking about traveling, but yet not showing receipts. Now, guys, back in the day, showing receipts was like your proof that you actually been there. Now you have people, consider themselves as experts without showing no goddamn receipts. Like, how can you label yourself as an expert, or you giving guys tips and courses and playbooks, yet you never show any bona fide receipts, guys? And again, and just for you slow people out there, because I know there's a few slow people out there that's listening to me, receipts don't have to be women. You guys constantly put the shit in your head that a receipt has to be a woman. No, a receipt could be food. Receipts could be location. Receipt could be an activity. Show something of substance that you've been in that particular country versus just strictly talking about women. Because back in the days, we traveled, but women were never our priority. We know it was part of the experience. We viewed traveling back then as part of the experience, but now you guys lead your reason for traveling is strictly to find a woman. So I'm about to go in tonight, and I could give one flying fuck what anybody has to say. I will be calling out some names. Yes. And they could come for me. I don't care. I got nothing to lose. I'm a small YouTuber. Shit, I'm not even a YouTuber, man. I'm just a content creator that doesn't do video. I actually have a website that I average about 100 new visitors a day on my website due to my blog. And speaking of my website, man, I'm going to have to take the time to show you what some things that I've been doing. So 1 second. So right now, this is BlackManTravels website. This website has been live for over 3 years now. Been creating content, been traveling with some amazing brothers, some solo, some group, some dual. But we went out there and have a great time. This is Cuba, guys. This is Cuba, Havana. Went there last year. Shout out to Trini. Shout out to King of Dreams. Shout out to Fearless. Shout out to ORD. We went out there and took it over. And shout out to Fearless' beautiful wife. She was there as well. And she made the experience so grand. And again, I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from hearsay, she say. I'm not speaking from my living room on my couch. I'm not speaking from my kitchen. I'm speaking from being out there in these streets, getting content, getting receipts. And one thing we used to do a lot back in the days, if you never show your receipts, it never happened. Yes. If you did not show your receipts, it never happened. So now you have all these YouTubers out there because they got 70,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers. They're the expert. But yet you don't see no bona fide worth of content. Nothing that could teach you how to maneuver in these countries. Where to stay, where the best place to stay, where the best place to eat, where the best place to meet people. You don't get none of that. But you guys are sending cash apps, donations to them like crazy, supporting their lifestyle, and in return, they giving you bullshit content. I sit back and I'm just dumbified the way you guys are supporting and again, you guys gonna call me a hater. Fuck it, is what it is. Call me a hater. But if you're gonna provide content to your viewers, man, provide something with substance, man. At least if you're getting your trip sponsored or your lifestyle sponsored, go out there and put in work. That's what we used to do back in the days. We put in work. Because you know why? In order for us to sustain our travel community, we had to come back with information. We called it intel. We could care less about the pictures of the girls. We wanted to know where to go, what the spots to hit, what's the currency conversion, where I could get the best deals. That's how we moved back in the days. And again, this is like 7 years ago. So is what it is, man. We're gonna have a real conversation because again, the topic today, passport bros selling dreams. And I'm gonna give my perspective. I'm gonna open the line. If you guys want to come in and join the conversation, again, I want to have a real conversation about the topic is passport bros selling dreams. I want to give my perspective. I'm open to hear someone else's perspective. Please do not come on the show and be disrespectful. Please do not come on the show showing your emotional issues. Please do not come on the show if you got any bullshit that you're dealing with that you want to express. No, focus on the topic today. Today's topic is the passport bro selling dreams, and I'm gonna give you my I'm gonna give my brutal, honest opinion on this. And one thing I can say this, again, I'm a nobody, but the people who are actually moving in these streets, they know who I am. They know what I've done and what I'm continuing to do within this space. So let's have this conversation. Again, before I do, guys, this is my website, BlackManTravels.com. I'm a content writer, travel, junior photographer, junior videographer, just trying to provide content. I do provide consultation on real travel experiences. I've been to multiple countries many times. I could give you tips and tricks on how to maneuver in these countries, where to go, where to stay, how to save money. If you're ever interested in really, having an immersive travel experience, hit me up, man. I'm BlackManTravels.com. I can be reached at kanalthomas@gmail.com. So I'm here. Just go to my website. You see all my work. And also, too, guys, I do publish blogs. So these blogs have a lot of great information from health, relationship to, how to get a visa, how to get an expedited passport, how not to get robbed and killed while traveling. Guys, these blogs are only 1 to 2 minute read. Look, you spend more time watching bullshit. Educate yourself, guys. This is all free. Check out BlackManTravels.com. Go to the website and read some of these blogs. I have put some amazing gems in these blogs. Because again, if you're willing to read, you'll improve yourself. Not everything needs to be on YouTube. Sometimes you got to go out there and research and find out what you really want to do. Because you know what? You can pay a consultation to all these people out there. That will never dictate the type of experience you're going to have. What dictates the experience that you're going to have is you. You put it in work to plan and focus on your trip. No man could tell you, hey, you could go here and there, but then if you don't take the time to really understand what your objective is for your travel, you're not going to have that type of experience like the next man had. So guys, my thoughts to you, my advice to you, if you're planning a trip, guys, grab a bottle of wine, grab a bottle of whiskey, just chill out, play some music in the background and do some research, guys. All this information that you're getting out here is free. Just Google it. Go to BlackManTravels.com. There's other websites out there where you can learn about a particular country or a certain process, how to get a passport within 2 weeks. Guys, I got this information on the website. This is free. No consultation. How to get a visa in certain countries. If you're overweight, you want to lose 20 pounds for your next trip, I give you tips and tricks how to do that. Invest in yourself, man. Like, I'm not here to try to sell you bullshit, man. I'm very authentic with my information. And again, I've helped a lot of people get 6-figure jobs. I helped a lot of people get travel experience. I even helped a couple of guys get married while overseas. This is a span of 20 years. I'm 46 years old now. So we're going to jump onto the topic. And by the way, guys, I do have a Facebook group called Black Man Travels. If you're looking for a good, genuine group, it's not 20,000, it's not 60,000 members, it's 3,000 members. And I keep this Facebook group this low for a reason. I monitor everything. I approve who comes in. I actually do a, what you call a purge. Every quarter, I do a purge. I basically remove anyone who has not been active in the group. Again, my goal is to focus on quality, not quantity. I could care less having 26,000 people in my Facebook group. If 26,000 people in my Facebook group ain't doing shit, just talking shit on the Facebook group, but ain't putting in work, ain't out there traveling, and he ain't out there trying to better himself, trying to find that remote job or trying to get that 6-figure career, dude, get the fuck out the group. This is not my group for that. So guys, if you're looking for a quality group, Black Man Travels, again, I keep it low. I approve every members that come in this group. I look at your profile to make sure you're legit. If I see any suspect activity, you instantly remove from the group. So again, Black Man Travels. And also too, guys, if you're on TikTok, yes, I'm on TikTok, man. So, I just started. I got about 1,366 followers. This is all my content, man. So, guys, come and check it out, man. Just some good times. This is all my content. This is all my TikTok content, man. If you guys want to look for quick, easy, digestible content, definitely check it out, man. Black Man Travels TikTok, Black Man Travels Instagram, Black Man Travels Facebook group, and BlackManTravels.com website. So now let's talk on today's feature topic. Let me pull this picture up real quick. Now, today's topic is the passport bros selling dreams. And two people in particular kind of stood out the most for me. Of course, Austin Hollerman just past couple of days just did a video providing his perspective, which I totally respect his perspective on this topic. Is passport bros selling dreams? And he feels that they are. Now, granted, this is the same young man who actually jumped on the passport bro movement during the pandemic, where he literally got a tattoo on his shoulder or in his arm of passport bros. So he's literally a walking contradiction of himself. Yeah, at one point you supported the passport bros wholeheartedly to the point you got a tattoo on your body, passport bros. So now you're disowning the topic. You're just literally bashing passport bros. Now, it's kind of funny. When I was actually talking against the passport bros, and again, it was not on some hater shit, but people were calling me a hater. I felt like at the time, most of these passport bros were talking too loud. You guys were pumping your chest too hard, too loud, too hard. And again, you guys were making yourself being seen silly. Again, going back 10 years ago, we moved in silence. We were like a secret organization. We kept everything on the hush. But somehow during the pandemic, when majority of people were not even traveling, everybody was a passport bro. That's the crazy part. How the fuck a good percentage of the country was not even traveling, but yet a lot of people were claiming passport bros. And again, they kind of jumped on the whole bandwagon about, demonizing American women, this and it's just all the negative stuff you could think about. They just use that as a reason for why men to travel, which I always thought that it's a piss poor reason. Never let it be a woman to be your reason why you travel. Now, granted, if you decide, if you establish a relationship overseas, something serious, then yes, that's your reason because you're going to go there and see somebody. But your reason, using as a threat, as a trump card to tell a group of women, oh, because you're not treating us better, we're going to find a fit, friendly woman overseas. They're better than you. They smell better than you. All this craziness, man. The stuff that I was hearing during the pandemic through the passport bros was ridiculous. And again, it's only a small percentage of them are actually traveling. Now, guys, the passport bro, the term passport bro has been in existence for a while. It just never sticked. I've heard of passport bro, those words 7 years ago. But it never stuck to anything because, again, we kind of kept everything on the hush. Then during the pandemic, when with Kevin Samuels blowing up and everything else, and the whole relationship between the black man and the black woman, everyone's fighting and trying to find a reason to one up each other. The passport bros, someone kind of brought back the passport bro name, and somehow it's stuck. Guys, to my senior travelers out there, we heard about the word passport bros, but it just never really stuck to anything until the pandemic. That's when it picked up steam. That's when things start gathering attention because people started doing videos around the topic passport bros. Now you have No Excuse. You got BMT. They're now creating business structure, getting patents and trademarks around Passport Bros. Now you have other guys who were never part of the Passport Bro movement, non-blacks, claiming to be Passport Bros. And again, guys, when you think of the Passport Bro, who do you think of? When I think of Passport Bros, I think of black men. I don't think Hispanic. I don't think Caucasians. I don't think Asian. I think of black men because the word originated with us. Now, my comments, guys, I got 24 people watching. Please take the time to like the video, guys. Man, listen, this is going to be an interesting topic. I'm going to drop the link. I want you to speak your piece, but be respectful. I don't got time for any emotional bullshit for today, man. I really don't. I really don't. But to my 24 people, make sure you like the video. I mean, like the live stream. When you think of BlackManTravels, I want to see in the comment section, who do you associate that word with? What race do you associate that word with? Again, when I think of Passport Bros, I think of black men. I don't think of any other race of men. Now, other race of men could actually piggyback off of the name, but typically, Passport Bros equals black men. Or, you know what? African American men. If you want to drill down, because we as Americans created that word, not Africans, not Caribbeans. No, we created. Even though I'm Haitian, I'm more Haitian American. We created, we helped create that word. So the Passport Bro name stuck around because people like Austin Hollerman was saying things about a woman's body odor. People were saying a lot of outlandish stuff on TikTok, like on YouTube, and it just like got to the point where it started picking. A lot of these crazy antics were going viral with the Passport Bro reference and the hashtag. So it stuck to the point where it got featured on a live stream, on a live news station. I even had a couple of stations reach out to me through my website, wanted to interview me about the Passport Bros. I respectfully declined because, again, I can't speak on a group that I'm not part of. But I've been contacted twice, guys, twice by news stations through my website, wanted to interview me to talk about Passport Bros. And it's like, you know what? I can't speak on this because I got nothing to say. I've been asked if I'm a Passport Bros on my travels. I say no. Because I felt like at the time, the Passport Bros didn't really define traveling. When I think of traveling, I'm thinking about culture, exploration. You still gonna get it in. I mean, let's just keep it real. You still gonna get it in, but there's so much other stuff that I could do during my travels. But the Passport Bros name was stuck on finding a woman. That was your primary reason why you were traveling. And many times I spoke to the No Excuse of the world, to other prominent members of the Passport Bros, like, listen, you guys need to work on your brand. I'm a marketing strategist. And one thing you should always protect your brand. You need to tell your story. And during the early part of the Passport Bros, no one told the story. They led everything. We need to go find a wife, a fit, feminine, friendly woman that's going to cook and clean and do all that stuff. And it was just like, dude, that's the worst thing you could use on the reason why you're encouraging other men to travel. I mean, you could speak from a more economic perspective, like the cost of living, the quality of life. But you were leading with women that you could get for cheap. And let's keep it real, guys. Most of the Passport Bros are traveling to 4 countries. The Dominican Republic, and I'm not gonna say the entire country. Sosúa, I'm gonna call out the city and the country. Sosúa, Dominican Republic. Cartagena, Colombia. Medellín, Colombia. Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And Pattaya, Thailand. Those are the four places they go to, 4 countries they go to. I already named out the city. Sosúa, Cartagena, Medellín, Copacabana, and Rio de Janeiro, and Pattaya, red light district. You rarely see any Passport Bros expanding in other areas. Now, again, you have black men travelers out there who are expanding, who are in China, Japan, Russia, the entire continent of Africa, Spain, England. You do have those brothers out there traveling, but they never claim to be passport bros. And that's something that I noticed during the off of the pandemic, when more guys start coming out saying that they were passport bros, and some guys were saying that they were not passport bros. The passport bros were stuck on stupid in 4 countries, while the other black male travelers were actually out there exploring, and they did not consider themselves as a passport bro. So now, this whole notion that you could, black man, you have a passport, they're gonna fall in love with you. Just show up, and they're gonna fall in love with you, and life is gonna be easy for you. That was the narrative that was being pushed throughout the pandemic. Fuck what you look like. Don't worry about having money. You can just have $500 in your pocket. Go to a particular country. You can have whatever you want. That was being sold during the pandemic. That is that easy. Austin Hollerman got in trouble referencing Brazilian women as easy. So you have guys out here that at the time during the pandemic, during the passport growth inclination, when they were starting to actually grow, you got a lot of guys start jumping on the bandwagon. You got this one guy named 1MT. He goes by his name, Skylar something. I don't know, but he's in Brazil. He's a retired Air Force veteran. Thank you for serving the country. This guy he jumped on so many different fads. And as soon as the passport bro got hot, he jumped on it. As soon as the passport started getting into shit, he jumped off of it. And one thing I've noticed is that he's constantly teaching other men the importance of sugar babies, or pay for play, P for P. And again, we all have our own reasons and why we travel, why we do things, but you leading off a man and why they should only look for a pay for play and not a real monogamous relationship is very telling. So here's the thing. Some guys, they feel like, being part of a monogamous relationship is not for them, which is good. If you could identify that that's not for you, great. But you telling other people like, hey, listen, it's not even worth pursuing a woman, just go pay for somebody as a way of meeting people, that's a sorry way to doing things. Especially young men. I think a lot of young men, especially within Austin Hollerman age, there's so much out there to see and explore. Like, before you start throwing the whole entire United States in the garbage, dude, have you experienced what's out there? I mean, granted, yeah, Houston, Texas, Dallas, yeah, there's some stuff you could do. There's things that you probably may not experience, but to throw the whole country in the garbage. Then you go to other countries and experience the same shit. Now you're bitching about black men can't find a good woman overseas because we're not desirable. Yes, you have people saying like black men are not desirable in certain and overseas countries. Yes, we may not be the first option, but we still desirable. So my thing is this. You have people who actually jumped on the bandwagon trying to take advantage of the hype. But then once shit hit the fan, they want to jump off the bandwagon. It's like, hey, listen, I'm not part of that, but hey, still travel, but yet buy my course. Or don't worry about trying to find real love because it's not going to be real unless you live there. And also, too, it's better just go ahead and pay for it. So, I mean, to answer the question, the passport bros selling dreams, I say yes. The passport bros were selling dreams. During the pandemic and after the pandemic, the passport bros took advantage of the hype. And they sold a narrative that, hey, you could get anything you want overseas, which is somewhat true if you put in the work. It's not that easy. You showing up to a country that's 400 pounds, thinking that, you're going to find a baddie at 10 is so unrealistic. You showing up to a country without understanding the lingo, the culture, and the way of life, thinking that it's going to be an easy transition to become an expat, you're so delusional. That's the thing. People are so delusional. They live through their fucking social media, not understanding that, hey, outside the US is other real worlds out there. We call the US the matrix, but do you know Brazil has its own matrix? Colombia has its own matrix. Dominican Republic has its own matrix. Thailand has its own matrix. Every country has its own matrix. But the question is how you operate within that matrix. I have friends here in the United States, man. Look, they live in the best lives of their lives here in the US. They look at overseas as a week vacation, come back home and still live their lives. Then you have all the people who feel like their life here is miserable, so the only way they're gonna have a better life is to go overseas. And again, I'm not knocking that. But be realistic here, man. It's not that easy to set up a bank account in another country. It's not that easy. It's a process. It's not that easy to buy land and real estate in another country. It's not that easy. When you hear people talk like that, like, hey, you could just do this and that, bullshit. It takes time. And the thing is, you get more Americans. Again, guys, I'm in a lot of circles right now. I've been in a lot of these circles for years. I may not be active in the conversation, but I still see the messages. Do you know a lot of brothers are getting got overseas? When I mean got, I don't mean their lives. I mean financially. Dudes are buying lands they thought that was theirs, but it was never theirs. They just bought a piece of paper. Dudes who thought that, they found a good girl, but she was never a good girl. She was a pro. Dudes go to another country, get arrested. Dudes go to the country, get killed. Dudes going to the country with bad health, poor health, not taking all their medicines, then they're in critical care in another country. I seen it all. I seen it all. There's nothing new under the sun within this travel space. The ones who've been part of it for years, 10 plus, we seen all the horror stories. From investments to women to just health complications, we've seen it all. So this whole thing that, hey, get your passport, and you're gonna go and have an amazing life, find a beautiful wife that's gonna cook, clean, and do everything for you. It's gonna be that easy? No, it's not. Now, granted, if you wouldn't put in the process in, yes, you could have it. Yes, you could have that land. Yes, you could buy that house. Yes, you could have that beautiful woman that you always wanted. You could have that if you willing to put in the work. But you thinking that, hey, I'm just going to show up and everything's going to fall to my knees and that's it, I don't have to do nothing. That's bullshit. Oh, this whole thing, show up as you are. Don't give a fuck how you look like. You're just going to show up. Not taking pride in how you present yourself, how you speak, how you smell. That matters. You taking the time to learn the language. That matters. So again, right now, we're not winning like that overseas, man. We're not. And I'm sad to say that. It's only a small percentage of men, of black men, who are actually winning. Shout out to my boy Marty out here in Brazil. This dude is definitely winning. Within 1 year in Brazil, he's done more than any expat who live in Brazil right now. Marty McFly has gone into Brazil, built relationships with model agencies, with streamers, with people who actually influenced the culture of Brazil. Within 1 year, less than 1 year, he was able to do that. Because you know why? He took the same skills that he applied here in the United States and took it overseas, guys. We call that transferable skills. And sad to say this, man. If you're a lame in the States, you're a lame overseas. When I mean a lame, I don't mean a lame that's someone that is just smart, who's introvert. No, we know what a lame is. So before some people start getting all butthurt and shit, we truly know what a lame is. A lame is not someone who's an introvert, who's shy, or, who just do things different. No. We know, and again, we know who the lames are. And if you're a lame in the States, man, more than likely be a lame overseas. Now it's up to you to adapt to that environment and change. You can't be an introvert in the States and thinking that you're gonna be introvert overseas. Dude, you gotta bring that extra personality out of you. Because guess what? You gotta mingle, you gotta network, you gotta talk to people. You're not gonna talk to anyone sitting on a couch every day doing a live stream. You're not gonna meet people that way. Don't focus so much on creating like live stream content to the point you forget that you're in another country. You forget that, hey man, you out here, you need to experience. Go out there and see the fucking world. Like, get out the house. Go out. Don't take your phone with you, man. Just, use your phone to get around. But as far as, don't worry about getting content or videos, but just go out there and just soak it up in. Like, go to a central area, downtown area, and sit down and just watch and observe. Every country that I go to, I sometimes, like, I'll sit down for hours, a couple of hours, and just sit in one place and just take it all in. I remember I was in Brazil. I was in Bahia, Salvador, Brazil, and went to the central area. So we sat there and just talked to people. And I was able to listen to the sound, smell, the footprint, just the busybody moving around me. I'm downtown Brazil and downtown Bahia, and I was getting all that energy, and I just took it all in. So, guys, learn how to apply yourself, man. Because I'm gonna tell you this: going overseas is a lot harder than traveling within the United States. I'm gonna be honest with you, because at least here we speak English. Once you decide to go to another country, the likelihood you bump into someone that speaks English that you don't speak their language is slim. So this whole notion thinking that you're gonna find somebody else that speak English is gonna help you, no. And be careful of the ones that do speak good English, because those are the ones that may try to get you. Now, as far as finding a woman, can you go overseas and find a woman? Yes, you can. You can find a woman. You can find a woman for tonight if you want to. But also, you can find a wife. You can find, again, guys, you can find a woman for the night, but also you can find a woman that is wife, that is wife potential. The question is, are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to go out there and put yourself out there? Now, again, if you want to pay for the box every time you travel, that's on you. I can't tell you what to do with your own money. But if you want to find something more genuine, something that's more chill, where you don't have to worry about someone drugging and robbing you, then yeah, you may have to change the circle a little bit. Don't go to Medellin. Don't go to Paqueteras. Don't go to the Clock Tower. Don't go to Sosua. Don't go to Copacabana Posta 5. Branch out. Go other areas where you could actually see and explore the culture and meet people. Attend a dance class, a salsa class, a bachata class, a cooking class. Like, do something. Take a course. If you plan to be in the country for 3 months, take a class while you out there. Meet people. Because, guys, did you know people outside the U.S. are very sociable? People are social. They move in groups. Here in the United States, we don't do that. So if you go in there having this individualistic mindset, taking it overseas, you're going to lose. Overseas, they have a collective mindset. So if you surround yourself with positive people who are doing and certain things in their own country, trust me, you're bound to grow with that group. Because guess what? They're going to look after your best interest. If you continue to go to the pay-for-play spots, looking for thrills, dude, you're going to look for what you're going to look for. And don't be surprised what you get in the process. But this whole notion that, hey, life is going to be a lot easier if you go overseas, yes, it could be, yes, it'll make your life easier, but you have to work for it. You got to put yourself in a position where you can win. So, to answer the question, is the passport bro selling dreams? I think now people are starting to wake up with all the recent deaths that's been happening in Medellin, things that's happening around the world. The narrative of, going overseas for box is changing. Of course, now if you go to Medellin, The Passport Bros don't really have a positive. Not even Passport Bros, just the whole black men. They kind of associate the Passport Bros with black men there, where we go in there for one thing, which is sexual tourism, and that's not the case. So I think at one point the Passport Bros were selling a dream. I think during the pandemic and after the pandemic, like that first year after the pandemic, when once the airports were open and everyone was starting to travel again, I think the Passport Bros were selling a dream. But are they selling dreams now? No, I don't think so. I think you have guys like BMT, guys like No Excuse, other guys who are really telling the real deal what's happening in these countries. You got guys like um, Time Travel, guy from Thailand. I watch his stuff sometimes. I forgot his name. Time Travel or um, damn, I forgot his name. But that's the guy. He actually reports on Thailand. You got guys like him that's telling the people the real truth, man. They letting you know what's really happening in these cities, man. You got like, yo, a lot of dudes are getting got, man. It's not as peachy as everyone wants to paint it to be. But granted, at the same time, these are the same dudes that put themselves in that situation. So you can have a better life overseas. I've seen people who have an amazing life overseas, man, but they put in the work. They prepare themselves for it. And now they're living off of the fruit of their labor. Now, for the ones who felt like, hey, I'm just going to drop everything and just move overseas, it's going to get better. No, it's not going to work like that for you. The ones thinking that, hey, I could go to a pay-for-play destination thinking I can find a wife, it's not going to work out for you. The one that's overweight, have health issues, health implication, getting on the plane, taking a chance to go to another country, that's not going to work well for you. If you decide to become a traveler, if you decide to become an expat, if you decide to become a digital nomad, you have to put in work. If you want to go out there and find a wife, find a girlfriend, or build relationships, you got to go out there and talk to people. You're not going to do that inside the house within that country. It's not going to work that way. And for the guys whose their sole purpose is to travel to a country for pay for play, don't try to punk the dudes that trying to find a wife. I think a lot of these guys, so-called mongers, they mainly jaded. They so out of loop, out of touch of the whole dynamics of a relationship that they're kind of awkward around women. Now to the chat, I got 35 people actually watching the show. Please take the time to like the video. But to my guys out here, have you noticed with mongers, they're very awkward around women. Even like on a social playful setting, it's like they seem to be robotic. And that's what I've noticed being around mongers. Like just being around mongers in a social setting, like let's say we're at a nightclub or at a social setting in another country, they can't interact with the locals. They got to the point they're so used to paying for the box so much that they forgot how to have a conversation with a woman. Look at guys, tell me, have you noticed that about mongers? The ones who, hey, they praise mongering, but yet you put them in a social setting where they have to mingle, they don't do well. And it has nothing about being an introvert. It has nothing about being an introvert. I think sometimes you get used to paying for something because it's so easy, it's so transactional that you forgot the human touch of a relationship, even the human touch of extending, emotions while having sex. So it's just funny, man. Like, and that's why, like, when you hear mongers talk down for brothers who wanting to find love, who wanting to have a family, fuck them. If you want to have a wife, if you want to start a family, go out there and do you. If it means you got to separate yourself from that person, so be it. But don't let someone that does not pay your bills, does not pay your expenses, affect how you travel. Especially dudes who travel to the same freaking watering hole trying to give you advice. Be careful with that. Because all they know is about going to the spot, paying for the box, and that's it. They don't know nothing beyond that. So if you're trying to look for like a genuine advice on relationship of a country, listen to what they say and how they talk about the country, how they talk about the women of that country. They can't talk about anything beyond the box. Walk away. And also, too, be careful. You don't get advice from people who are not really having successful relationships overseas. Yeah, just because we won't, you and I go on a date does not mean that I'm a dating expert. Just because I cold approach you in a mall and got your number on the WhatsApp app does not make me a dating expert, guys. Pay attention to the optics around what people are doing in these videos and what they're saying. If you don't see no true body of work, receipts, that shows that this person is viable to keep a real, authentic relationship, walk away. Do not pay for that consultation. And that's why I'm going back to the receipts. That's why when I go to these panels, I tell the dude, show your receipts. Because that's the era where I'm from. If you claim to be, hey, you gone to this place, that place, whatever, okay, show me something. He doesn't need to show you anything, man. Oh, I hate when niggas say you got to show your receipts. Well, hey, he's positioned himself as an expert. He know it all. So show me something. Tell me something that I don't know. Because even someone at my level, I still talk to people. I still ask questions. I'm about to go to Cali, Colombia in a couple of weeks. I'm going for the Afro-Colombian Festival for 3 days. You don't think right now I'm actually reaching out to all the real people who are currently in Cali, trying to figure out where to go, where to stay, what's the best place to do, what's the traffic is like? These are the questions that I'm asking. When people reach out to me, look, I give them way more information that they're requesting, because you know what? I want them to have a great time. I want them to have an enjoyable time. Me seeing you smile and telling me, hey, bro, I had an amazing time. Thank you. I'm happy. So, is the Passport Bro selling your dreams? I want to drop the line. Hey, all you guys are more than welcome to jump on. You can push back at me, but again, I don't look. I got no tolerance for people disrespecting people. I have no tolerance for niggas who are overly emotional. I have no tolerance for dudes that just want to just talk shit. No, if you're gonna come on the live, come with a purpose. Let's have a real grown man conversation. Grab yourself a drink and let's talk. Because I'm speaking from my perspective as a world traveler. Yes, I am a world traveler, not a South America traveler or Caribbean traveler. I'm a world traveler. Special shout out to Bob World TV, Ace Live, Tech in Effect. All these brothers, man, I've been following them from day one. I hooked up with Bob World twice in Dominican Republic and Brazil. Shout out to Flip Flop, who has a successful business out in Sasua with the Chicken Shack. Shout out my boy Vincent, who actually has a spot in Sasua that's been going very well for him. I know people in these travel places, man. Oh, you know what? Definitely shout out to Milano, one of the early pioneers of the travel space. As much as people hate Milano, he actually helped started that whole traveling adventure thing, capturing his experience. Of course, he's more on the monger side, but there's nothing wrong with that. And again, guys, I have nothing against mongers. And one thing I respect, the mongers who understand, hey, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. But yet they don't force their opinion on others. I have an issue with mongers who feel like they need to force their opinion on other people, especially on young men. I will never tell my son to go out there and pay for the box. I would never tell a young man, a young eager traveler to go and pay for the box. Now, granted, you want to have a good time, you want to have an experience, hey, go hit up a massage, go out there and have a good time. But just purposely just go there for that, I would never say that. But everybody got their own reasons, so I can't hate on that. So it is what it is. So guys, I'm gonna drop the link, man. You guys are more than welcome to join. Please do not cam up. This is a regular avatar conversation, man. I just dropped the link. You guys are more than welcome to join and let's have this conversation, man. You know. But just going back to what I said, man, gotta have receipts, man. If you're gonna talk your shit about a particular country or consider yourself an expert, show them receipts. What's up, Passport Blueprint? How you doing?
Hey, my brother, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm just chilling, man. How are you?
Great. When you coming to Phoenix, man? That's my neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'll be out there on August 12th through the 15th. Then August 16th to the 19th, I'll be in Cali. So literally, I'm flying from Atlanta to Phoenix for 3 days. I have a sales kickoff meeting to do. Then once that's done, I turn around, come back to Atlanta. Then 2 hours later, I'm back on the plane to Cali, Colombia for the Afro-Colombian Festival.
Nice. You got to give me your number, bro, so we can grab something to eat when you hit Phoenix.
Yeah, bro, listen, man, I ain't trying to hang out with these folks all day. I'm trying to find a little lounge, a little drink spot I could go see what the Arizona chicks look like.
Hey, I may be able to help you with that.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna hit you up, man. Hey, quick question. Are you part of my Facebook group?
I just joined in.
All right, cool. Hit me up on Messenger, man. We'll talk offline.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. What's up, James, man?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. What's your take on the topic?
Every time I've come on live, I got argued out by the mongers, by the haters, by the dudes who don't want nothing positive to come out of anything about brothers traveling.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted us to fail so they could say, see, this whole travel thing is bullshit. When you try to, explain to them when someone shows receipts what this is about, why brothers travel, why brothers are successful, who are successful, now they want to point at the dudes who are failing. They don't want to point at why they're failing. You pointed at them. You're failing because of this. You're failing because of that. Yo, we do have a big stain on our image as black men.
We do.
We do have problems. I'm trying to tell y'all. And if you listen to me, then maybe we'll start sitting back and say, oh, we do have a problem. Oh, the dudes who are failing because of obvious shit. The dudes who are winning are winning because of things that we could actually implement into our whole social structure in a way that we just naturally start picking it up, like the other dudes.
I agree.
We be in the clubs in the States and overseas, and we see them other boys. We see them succeeding, right? And we see them doing things that we know we don't do. And you don't want to talk about it. I'll point at you, I'll be like, yo, they're winning because they're doing that right there. We don't do that. We don't do that. We try to do that. We'll beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
How come you ain't wearing that? Why is it that you got to go in the club with $5,000 on and think that that's now on fly? How come you can't get your skin right? Go to a dermatologist. Go to the gym. Drink water. Calm down. Relax. When you see one of us, dap us up. Show us love. Put your arms around us and be like, yo, we cool. I got your back out here. That showing love tells the girls that we safe with you. If we hating on each other, we not safe with you. Bro, you know what I'm getting. I'm getting into some really technical shit about our problems right now.
Oh, you know what? It's funny. I've said the same thing for years, and I've been called a hater. And I'm like,
wow.
I'm a hater because I'm pointing out the obvious. But James, before we go back to this conversation, I want to get everyone else thought on this.
Well, yeah. That's why I said that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, back to Blueprint, man. Sorry I skipped you, Blueprint, man. What's your thought on the topic, man?
I totally agree with what he was saying because remember when me and Average Man Unplugged was in Brazil?
Yeah.
Did that live? We caught heat from people because we kind of said our thing about, the whole pay for play thing. And dudes came at us. One came at me personally in terms of my personal life. And this is what I'm talking about. And what this gentleman just said, this is how this wasn't even a comment towards him or anything like that. It was just a general statement, and dudes getting their feelings. Now I already addressed that issue with that. Well, it's getting addressed right now with that issue because there were so many red flags. We're in the process of reporting it to the FBI. But the thing about it is going overseas and just enjoying things, that's the beauty of traveling, man. It's like when we did our videos, me and Average Man Unplugged, we were just talking about the sites. We didn't put any women in bikinis on our stuff because one, we didn't want to get flagged. And two, it wasn't about that. It's about the whole experience of where you're at. Rio was great. I'm going back there again. Because my purpose actually is I'm trying to find a condo or a house down there. But everybody have their particular purpose of where they want to go.
I agree.
Here and chastise somebody or because they're not doing this whole monitoring thing. Right now, there's such a hatred for passport bros. It's not even funny because I've talked to people, women in Brazil, and they're like, we don't want to deal with y'all. Because one girl that I took on a date when I was there, she told me that a lot of her friends are getting, messages from guys talking and straight up asking how much, like they're pros.
Well, I mean, that's what's being pushed. Well, that was being pushed. But before you continue, I want to address this particular person, right? Because he's speaking to me directly. Mr. Paul Miller, whatever your fucking last name is. I've been traveling to DR for years. Started traveling to DR in 2014. I dated multiple women in DR, like actually dated. But one person stood out the most for me. And again, my intentions of going there was never for the box. Guys, my first trip to Dominican Republic, I was in Haiti. I was in Port-au-Prince. My boy hit me up like, yo, I'm in Santo Domingo. Come through. Bet. I bought a bus ticket from Port-au-Prince to Santo Domingo, a 10-hour bus ride, just to meet up, meet up with him in Santo Domingo. That was my first time in DR. Now, guys, look, I'm not saying that don't travel for the box. If you meet someone of substance, you meet someone that's, someone that you want to build with, yeah, you got to go see her as frequent as possible. You can't do this. I'm gonna see you 6 months from now. Stay faithful to me. No. Oh, I'm gonna see you $20 a month, thinking that she's gonna live off of $20. that shit's not gonna happen. If you find someone of substance, someone that you want to build with, and you got the means to travel, because again, not a lot of brothers out here don't have the time or financial means to travel as frequent as possible. The ones can, we do it. I've been a digital nomad for almost 10 years. I worked remotely for 10 years. So me working overseas was never a hard thing for me to do. Living in Miami and buying a ticket to Santo Domingo only cost me what, $50 one way? So again, if you find some woman of substance that you want to explore something with, there's nothing wrong for traveling to see them. It's like you having a girlfriend here across California, DC, Miami. If I live in Atlanta and my girl in Miami, I got to travel to Miami to see her. It's no different than you have to travel overseas, but just make sure that's an actual real thing. Fearless, man. What's your thoughts on it, man? Can't hear you, Fearless.
You on mute.
I think there's a connection problem.
I was having a connection problem on the line the other day. Couldn't get through for nothing.
Hey, Fearless, you there? Okay, we'll come back to him when he get his Wi-Fi together. So, James, back to you, man. So go ahead and speak your piece, man. I like to hear more what you have to say. And Passport Blueprint, feel free to chime in what James says.
Oh, yeah, definitely, because he's hitting all the buttons correctly.
No, we need to hear this. That's the point, because the thing is, when I was saying it, I'm a hater. I've been called a hater,
Me too, man.
Pockets. I'm like, bro.
All three of us has been called.
But here's the thing. I was like, bro, I've been more places than you. more frequent than you.
Mhm.
Like, I have no reason to hate on anybody within this space. So my thing is this: if I'm acknowledging all the bullshit, I'm gonna acknowledge it and I'm gonna say something about it. If you got a problem with that shit, that's on you. If it doesn't apply to you, shit, keep it moving.
It's a
But I
fact.
noticed that people get butthurt when you call out the bullshit and they pretend like it's not there. It's like, bro, it's there.
I mean, literally threatening people, threatening to fight you because you're making them little warm in the pants because they can't sit still because you tell them the truth so hard. It's sinking in. You know, it's got them moving different because they can't speak the same. They can't talk trash the same. They can't hate the same because you're hitting them with the truth.
Facts. Facts.
I talk to people, you know, when I came up, I'm not coming up right now because I'm sitting in the bed. And they'll be like, yo, I teach y'all something else y'all need to understand too, what I was going on before. Yo, when you getting grown, a lot of y'all over 40, how you eating? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how are you have you learned self
control?
Yeah, self-control and you know, self-discipline. And do you understand that as like when you go out in the general public, do you feel that you gotta I guess be a certain way in order for people to accept you? Or do you got this program mentally, physically, and spiritually that when you go anywhere, you got 2 feet on the ground and you feel comfortable in your own skin? That's important.
Extremely.
Because if you do not have that, okay, they're gonna smell it on you, including the women. And nobody likes that. The only dudes that like that are the dudes who mean you harm, and they will come and try to harm you. Even if you could stand yourself, you're still not going to be in your right. You're going to want to leave after that. And that is why a lot of dudes go overseas, don't learn anything about the culture, don't learn anything about the language, and they move the same way, not thinking about it, and mess up. And don't even know how to correct the situation to get themselves out of trouble or to smooth things out. That's been happening in Colombia and Brazil a lot. You know, I see it a lot, and I just like, look, man, that's why people keep the way people explain it. They'll tell you just you got to move a certain way. You got to move right. Well, there's a lot more into it than that, especially when you're talking to someone specifically. And when you don't listen to people when they tell you about the racial situation in that country in terms of you being black, it's very important. Stop trying to downplay it and say, man, stop worrying about racist people and all that. I said, what do you mean stop worrying about it? Relax.
I want to speak on that. Thank you for bringing that up because I'm gonna speak the real on that shit. I'm dark skinned. I recognize the colorism, the prejudice, the racism. I acknowledge that. I mean, yes, you know, me having American dollars will definitely treat me a lot better. But look, I pay attention to how the locals treat the blacks there, and I'm not oblivious to what's happening, and I know for a fact that the only reason why I'm getting special treatment because I have an American passport. But if I didn't have it, I'll be treated a certain way, and I experienced it in Europe. I experienced it in South Africa. So just to speak on that is everything, and that's why for me, I always put my best foot forward. If I'm going out, dude, I'm going out there clean.
Yes, sir.
And it's funny, every place I've been to, man, people always come up to me because I'm a big dude. Like, you a football player? Like, are you military? Because the way I stand, like my shoulders up, my head is like, yo, I look like a dude you don't fuck with. And I always get it. The bouncers come, like, want to touch my arms, like, hey, your arms are big. I'm like, yeah, you know. And they always want to arm wrestle. I'm like, nah, bro.
Oh my God. Yo, I don't mean to cut in, but how is you on some me shit like this deep?
Huh?
How are you on some me shit this deep? I'm experiencing the exact same thing.
Hey, man.
It's crazy, man.
It's always like that for me. So it's like, when I go to these countries, I pay attention on how people like I'm big on nightlife. I love rooftops, rooftop lounges and all that stuff. Yep. So I look at how people dress. When I was in Bangkok, I did I spent 2 days in Bangkok. I did all the route. I did at least 5 rooftop lounges in Bangkok. Dude, I pay attention how people dress. Dude, I went out there looking clean. And guess what? Man, the security will come grab me like, you want to like skip the line.
Yes, sir.
Because the way I presented myself, they thought I was somebody. And I'm like, no, I'm just a regular dude. But again, the way my posture, your body language, all that shit speaks volume. You can't walk around with fucking socks and sandals and basketball shorts. Hey, ma, that shit ain't gonna work all the goddamn time. And sometimes, guys, you may have to go out, like, just, like, this is what I like to do when I'm out, right? If I see some dudes, like, they seem like pretty cool, I'll send them a bucket of beer. That shit gonna cost me $5. But guess what? I'm building relationship. Sometimes when you travel to another country, it doesn't have to always be a relationship about a woman. About me building a relationship with other men in those countries, they can protect me when things pop off.
Exactly.
I'm not afraid, dude. Even the States, I'm not afraid to buy another man a drink. Yo, bro, you want a drink? I got you, man. Don't worry about it. I'm building relationship. I'm in marketing. I'm in sales. You know how important relationship building is?
Oh, absolutely.
So
it's life. It's life.
And the thing too, once the girls see you down with the local dudes, they're like, yo, shit, we can fuck with them.
Literally.
But guys don't catch that because they want to bring their bravado. Oh, I'm from this, so and so. Like, nigga, nobody don't care.
That's actually turning women off now.
You mean mugging a goddamn club? It's like, bro, what the hell you doing?
I want to speak on that.
Go ahead, man.
Let me speak on this right here. Let me speak on this. What he just said was gold, platinum. You don't even need to put diamonds in it because it's that pure platinum, bro. Okay? It shines by itself. Meaning this. When we have appreciation and respect amongst the focals and the locals, okay, that goes miles. Because what it means is you're safe to be around. You've proven yourself to be an acceptable human being. And now she don't got to have no worries anymore. She's not worried about the American swagger BS, which people don't understand is a positive and a negative. Okay? You're American, there's positives, but you're American, there's negatives. Why? Because of the ignorance and flip-flops and basketball shorts that have gone out there and act and behave like a knucklehead. But when the locals approve of you, that means she's thinking this. You ain't like that. So she's gonna accept the positives and not gonna worry about the negatives. One, you're not stepping up that way. You're clean. You smell good. Your smile is bright and is warm to her, and you're treating her with respect. You know what I'm saying? One dude kind of come up, you buy him a beer. You good? I'm a man, dap him up. All right. So what I was telling to you, you back to her, you know. So I know the nightlife life is the worst place to meet a girl, but I'm feeling a lot of good energy from you, and I want to experience more of that. Maybe I got a tour coming up. I want to see the place. Maybe you can come out me and teach me things that the tour guide's not telling me. We have some drinks and get to know each other. Calm, cool, and collected. Okay.
I remember one time I was in South Africa. I was in Johannesburg. I had a tour guide. I paid him $40. He was my tour. He was happy, man. We went out, traveled, around the city. And I said, yo, bro, what are you doing tonight? He's like, I'm not doing anything. He's like, well, yo, come hang out with me. I got you. Dude, this dude was my lifesaver to meet so many women that night. Like, him knowing where to go, where not to go. Like, hey, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there. And again, I'm in Johannesburg. It's super cheap. I'm meeting all the baddies easy. And he was like, man, everyone thinks you're somebody here. And I'm like, because that night I chose to wear a blazer. It was a little chilly that night because I kind of did my research. South Africa at nighttime, especially around November, it gets a little chilly. So I said, you know what? I don't want to wear a jacket. So I bought a little sport blazer. By me wearing that sport blazer, bro, I got superstar treatment.
Yeah.
Everyone was just trying to figure. And then once they heard the American accent, it was like, where you from? From Miami. Oh, this and that. It's like, man, like we never met. Like at that time, some of them never met an African American guy before. So I'm talking it up. You know, I'm buying bucket of beers. Dude, I'm buying bucket of beers $6, man. Fuck it, I bought 2 tables, whatever. I bought 2 bottles of Jacks, man. I have girls coming, taking shots with me or whatever. I'm talking to them. And again, I'm having a good time. That attracts other people towards me. And it wasn't the robbers and druggers. Because again, I was more at the, more the upper tier environments. And that's one thing, guys. When you travel, stop going to these hood spots. Stop trying to go see every ghetto, every country you go to, man. Look, they're all the same. Stop that, man. I never understood the rhyme and reason and why dudes would travel to another city to go see another ghetto. Fuck that. I don't even like seeing ghettos in this country. What makes you think I'm gonna fly out, use my PTO, plane ticket money to go check out another man's hood and chill out in the corner? I'm not doing that. Look, I'm gonna go out there and be at the rooftop lounges. I want to have some sushi. I want to see some good shit. I work for it.
Black men want to have that pinky out. I feel you. I do too.
Man, dude. I want to feel
wrong with that at
I
all.
want to feel pretty. I want to feel pretty. I want to feel special. So when I walk in the room, people gonna look at me like, who the hell this dude is? And again, real travelers, we pick that up real quick.
It's true.
So Fearless, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Fearless, you got your mic worked?
Nope.
No. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mess with your router. Unplug your router. You know the whole 5 minutes wait.
Yeah.
Plug it back in. Change your wires. All kinds of little stuff. You'd be surprised how much that shit.
Normally,
fits.
I just unplug everything. Then wait, like you said, up to 5 minutes. Then plug everything back on. It's working.
Yeah, I was on my Call of Duty a couple of days ago, and I did exactly that. I changed my wire. Turns out when I changed that wire, man, everything was clear. I was looking for them campers, bro.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Sometimes you just need to give your circuit a restart.
Yeah, little things.
Passport Blueprint, man. I mean, what's your take, man? And it's like we're not trying to hate on guys traveling for any particular reason, but just like, guys, at the end of the day, just be careful and present a better light of yourself, because right now we're not really certain countries like Medellin, man. You got the mayor in Medellin passing out pamphlets to all the black men arriving on the plane. That's embarrassing.
Wow.
That's
and they
embarrassing.
Even got worse now.
And the thing, no. This mayor of Medellin, he literally gave all the pamphlets. They have him on video to all the black men. And I'm like, so basically they think black men are traveling for that.
And here's where I was trying to make a point or something, and people got in their feelings. Guess who just popped up and made office down in Medellin? Interpol. And guess what they're doing?
Sex tourism.
Thank you. And if you got a mayor who's doing stuff like that for all black men, and this movement is mostly black men, guess who's being targeted? That's the thing. We got to worry about our image, because people are going to take it the wrong way. Even though they call us gringos, it means everybody. But at the same time, who you think they're going to target more?
It's us, because we're the ones who get affected by these things.
Exactly.
Because of our fragile image. That's what I be talking about. We need a bigger, stronger foundation for us to be on. So when things like that go off the wall, our foundation is so strong that it bounces off us. Black man, do you know how many times I've said this on lives? Every single time. And people start dissing me. Oh, you a bitch. Man, stop whining. You a victim. I'm like, you know, here's how crazy this is. I went on Austin Hollerman's live and preached the same thing. A week later, he got on the lives and started preaching the same thing I was saying, verbatim. The next live, verbatim. The fourth live in, talking about the same exact thing. Vindicating the fuck out of me. And this has happened many times, vindicating the fuck out of me, literally saying the exact, it's like they wrote all my words down and started repeating it. And what this is about is, yo, there's a problem. And you're going to find out when you don't listen to somebody the hard way. And you're going to be on a live, not saying that's what he was doing. You're going to be on a live and you're going to be real different. But by then, it's going to be too late. You done already did damage in that country. You done already made things worse for us. You know what I'm saying? Even you got Andrea from Love Crossing Borders. You know what I'm saying? She recently did a live talking about Colombian women and their profiles and things like that on their Facebook page, saying no passport, bros, literally. You know? That's crazy. And we always say, yo, they're talking about us, but most dudes who are traveling are white. We're not worried about that. We're worried about stuff that hurts us.
Mm-hmm.
We're worried about things that hurts us because a lot of times when it hurts us, it causes serious damage. Because I'm just going to keep it where I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it where the ghost can get it. Our image is fragile and our skin is thick in this game. It's just is. That I'm not talking about. That's not had nothing to do with the strength of our character. Our 2 feet on the ground is black men. We're nowhere pop on that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our image alone. When these things happen, you gotta have a fail-safe system to know what to do to either clean it up or get away from it in a right way so that it can cool down and we can get back in there. What do? We start pointing fingers. Y'all motherfuckers. Nah, y'all motherfuckers. Why you doing the exact same thing? You know, we have to make sure that we're pointing out we're pointing out the major mistakes that we're making, the major problems that we have, and start telling these brothers and really start getting the whole mass group of us who are traveling in these spaces on YouTube and so on and so forth, that we're all calling out the right dudes who needs to be called out in unison. We're canceling out and say, nah, those are the ones that are screwing up. And this is what y'all need to do to make sure you don't end up like that dude.
Yeah.
I talked about a blueprint in Las Vegas on a live too. I was like, you want to know the blueprint in Las Vegas? Do not go out to the clubs wearing the $500 Gucci belts and shoes to match and all that, and the Gucci's chains and all that, right? They were like, well, why you don't do that? Get you attention. Nah, it gets you attention from gold diggers. It gets you attention from girls who, you know, they're pros. They're being in nightclubs. I was living out there. I see these same girls in the clubs. They not paying attention to nobody they're looking for dudes who are stupid enough to spend money on them. These are the same girls who walk the streets. I was like, what's the blueprint? Bro, come out there with some dudes who know how to act. Come out there, some suits, clean cut, like you, every single one of you own a multi-million-dollar business. Well, don't you got to dress expensive? Nah. You got to dress important.
Yeah.
Clean, like you own that business. And you took a little bit of time out of your busily important life to mingle a little bit in the bars and the nightclubs, because Vegas is the best nightlife in the country as far as partying and being a little crazy. Okay? And when you do that, you get the girls who are just having their, one girl's getting married and that's the only reason why they're out. They're the ones who start paying attention. Those are real women. All the other girls that be running around the dance floor and acting up and saying, "Moo, why, what," and all that, those are working girls. Even if they're not working girls, those are girls that you don't want attention from. That's the blueprint to Vegas. They be like, man, I go out there, I get GQ, you know what I'm saying? I go to this spot, man, girls be all around me. It's like, you didn't listen to a word I said. And dudes do the same, give you the blueprint of going out to Brazil and Colombia. I'm in Turkey right now,
Oh, nice.
I've had some experiences the other night, good and bad, and I learned the same.
Go ahead. Oh, my bad. Oh, we lost James.
Oh, you dead?
Yeah.
That sucks.
But yeah, man. You know, I mean, like I said, when I call out dudes to show receipts, it's not around women. Like I'm showing a lot of my content, guys, right now. Literally, this is me in Mexico City.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is Mexico City, and that was 2 months ago. This is receipts to me. Dude, that's one thing about me, bro. If I'm traveling, I'm eating good. I'm eating real good. Eating, drinking good. I'm not on that cheap shit, man. I'm like, yo, fuck it. I worked hard. I'm using my PTO days. Guess what? I'm gonna eat good. You know what? If we're going to a club, we're gonna get bottle service. I'm not standing up. I'm 46 years old, Blueprint. I'm not standing up at no damn bar. I need to sit down at a couch. You know?
Yeah. And
So,
Brazil was just awesome, you know. And the thing is, I had this one story when I first got down there the first day. I went to go get some money, and I went over to this little hole in the wall place, you know, to grab a little something to eat, you know. And this is where, you know, I screwed up because I need to focus on language, because in Rio, I mean, there's some people that speak English, but when you start dealing with the locals and stuff, you're going to deal mostly with Portuguese. And little old lady, you know, over there, she showed me, you know, I asked her for this and that, and she gave it up and told me how much it cost. Gave her the money. We're good. Came back like 3 days later to get something to eat, you know, and somebody else was working behind, but she came out from the back and she looked at me and she gave me the thumbs up, and I gave her the thumbs up, and then she gave me a big hug. I wasn't expecting that. You know, we didn't really have a conversation or anything. It just shows that the people in these places are nice, and you really need to get to know the locals, because like you just said, they're the ones that's going to probably protect you. And I spend a lot of my next trip, I'm going to spend a lot of quality time getting to know the locals.
And that's the thing. It's like, for me, I'm all about building relationship. Even like if I'm talking to you, the fact that you said that you live in Phoenix, Arizona, and you're gonna be there when I arrive on August 12th, dude, we're meeting up for dinner.
Oh yeah.
And again, by me even saying that we're gonna meet up for dinner, some dudes, oh, he's gay. I'm like, bro, I think like I'm a businessman, man. Like, bro, when I say, hey, let's meet up for dinner, because I want to sit down and talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sit down and pick your brains. And what better way to do it over food?
Exactly.
See, and that's why I tell guys, like, when dudes want to compare, like, nigga, you're not on my level at all. You may have more subscribers than me. You may have fuckboys following you, but with my little 2,000 subscribers, that don't mean shit what I've done in the past and the influence that I have. Guys, again, this is my receipts. See my name right here? This is all my shit. Like, I'm showing my receipts. So for all the guys that talking about, hey, oh, we can't, you know, you don't need to show receipts. Like, if you're gonna follow somebody, make sure they showing value of work, body of work. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm giving you guys tips and tricks. Guys, instead of using your damn fucking debit card, get a Charles Schwab account. Do you know by using a Charles Schwab bank account, you actually get reimbursed for all the ATM fees you picked up overseas?
Actually, Jake Clyde taught me that.
Yeah.
I probably knew that shit. You know what? I probably knew this shit way before Jay Clyde knew about this shit. But, you know, shout out to Jay Clyde. That's my boy right there.
Yep.
But I'm just saying, it's just like, bro, stop using your fucking debit card, because you're getting charged twice. That foreign country currency fees and the U.S. fees. By getting a Charles Schwab account, you only get charged once, and that's the country fees, bank fees. But you get reimbursed at the end of the month. And this same Charles Schwab account debit card, you can use as an investment portfolio. You could actually buy your stocks through Charles Schwab. Again, guys, I'm dropping game on you, but I really call it information, because game is a little too cliche.
Yeah.
When you tell people information, they value that shit more than game. So everything what James said is true. As much people don't want to hear it, we need to clean up. And also, too, I'm a big believer in Fearless. Hope you fix your mic, man, because this is like your 4th attempt. Can you say something?
Testing.
Let's clap, guys. Hey, guys, give a clap in the hands, man. Finally,
man. A whole
man.
lot to say now.
All right, but before Fearless say something, I want to say this, guys. God damn, I lost my train of thought.
My bad.
No, that's all good. No, I mean, guys, we need to clean up, man. Oh, there it is. Got it back.
It is.
I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people may want to like push back on me. I think we need to fucking separate ourselves from the fuck shit. Like dudes who are on some fuck shit traveling, we don't need to be associated with them. Like we need to like, hey, distance ourselves from them, because at the end of the day, they're gonna continue criticize what you telling them. And they're not willing to put in the work. So you guess what? You got to separate yourself from them. Don't associate with. Don't join their conversation. Don't hang out around them. If you see them at the airport, say what's up and keep it moving. That's what I do. If I know you on some fuck shit, man, dude, I ain't trying to be around you. What's up?
That right there, what you just talked about. You know about the minstrel show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know about the Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that brother was all over YouTube. He painted his lips red. He was eating watermelons and eating fried chicken. He was gay.
Yeah.
And he was like smiling and happy because he knew what he was doing. He knew that he was throwing dirt and mud and crap all over our image. He knew he was trying to downgrade us. He wanted to do that because he feels like, my God, is that girl gorgeous? Why you had to do that to me, man?
Hey, man.
Look at that skin. Man, now you do my train of thought. Let me try to get it back. Here we go. Yeah, I got it. I'm good.
Again,
when
guys,
they doing that, it's the same dudes who are walking around thugging. And you lean over to him and be like, yo, why? But you carrying yourself like that? That hurts us, bro. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck out of here, man. Come on with that image bullshit. I'm real. I'm a real nigga, yo. Don't matter if my image is fucked up or not. I'm still gonna be me. And if you got a problem, anybody got a problem with that, they're gonna have problems, bro. It's all good. You think I ain't there? Just because I got knowledge, I got 2 master's degrees. You know what I'm saying? I make 110 grand a year. Got 300,000 in the bank. Clean cut. Look like I'm 28. Every time I ask people what I look, I did it last night with a tour group. Everybody thought I was 29. I tell them they look like they about lost their damn mind because I take care of myself. Because of that, I can't be hood. Oh, I can be hood. You wouldn't have known who I was just now if I came in here like that and changed my name.
Nah,
I know exactly how they move. They do not care, but go ahead, man.
No, the thing is, people don't realize, like, facial looks, right? The whole big beard thing works in the United States, not overseas, guys.
Yeah.
So you got that clean cut military look, clean goatee look, whatever. That's more acceptable. Having that big brawly beard look is not acceptable overseas. I'm gonna let it be known. That's not the look. Anything that makes you look older, you don't want to use. You want to keep yourself looking young, looking fresh, stay in the gym, keep your skin clean, smell good, invest on the clothes you buy. Again, you don't need to buy expensive clothes, but just look nice, man. Just look presentable.
Right.
Look like you're somebody. Fearless, man. Are you finally back on?
I'm here.
All
right. So
found out the issue of everything was
everybody move out the way. Clear the floor.
All right, we're gonna clear the floor. Everybody on mute.
Yeah.
Fearless got the floor.
Can I show you something? I know you're playing something. I'm
I'm telling you, you got it. It's on you.
And
now.
I'm gonna cam up just for 10 seconds, my brothers. So if you see that, I want you to see the date on that. That's 1999. That's my Patty card. I started traveling a long time ago. And back then it was the dream. So people were saying, man, get out the country. You can see the world. You can see the monuments. You can go to all these places. And when they talked about going to places, it was, oh, go to Brazil. You can see Christ the Redeemer. You know, go to Jamaica and you can climb Dunn's River Falls. It was never about chicks because that's not what we traveled for. We traveled for those experiences. So, you know, I went out and I said, man, I want to learn how to dive. I started getting my PADI license so I could travel all over the world to all these exotic places to dive. I don't think people understand, even when, I'll give an example. When we went to Cuba, you had a whole agenda for us. So there were people that traveled to Cuba. It was like Trini,
ORD,
James, ORD.
James,
all of
King
us
of
were
Dreams.
on there. You already
Yeah.
had the itinerary for every day, where we
Yeah.
can go, where we going. We've seen things like Afro-Cubana, the salsa, the beach, and no mention of your whole agenda was, we got to go get some hoes.
Nope.
It was never none of that. It was, we're going to see the historic places. We're going to go to the food places. This is what we're going to do. If you wanted that, the chicks would come. That wouldn't be an issue. But I think that is the problem that they're selling. They're going to a country. I know people that have gone to DR and never even left. So they couldn't tell you what's even around there. They couldn't tell you where the cable cars are at. They couldn't tell you, hey, you can go to Monkey Jungle down here. None of the other playas they know about, nothing. When we were there, and this is how when you get cool, and you got to get cool with the locals.
One second, guys. The video I'm playing right now, this is Cuba. This is King of Dreams, Trini, ORD, Fearless, myself, Fearless wife, my boy Casty. We went to Cuba and killed it, man. So this is our trip right here. Again, guys, I planned out everything. I'm a planner at heart. So anyone who traveled with me, I got shit already planned out. Every day we doing something. So we, time is money. So it's like when we land, we doing something. So I had the entire trip planned out. I was the planner, and we went out there and kicked it. So this is us right here, man. So go ahead, Fearless. There's Fearless right there. There's his lovely wife, and we having a good time. Go ahead, Fearless.
Another thing I think the other gentleman hit on is the locals. If you remember Ronan, we ran into Ronan.
Yeah, Ronan. Yeah,
so we had a tour guide that was taking us around. We even found a place where I tell you, we got a meal for like 75 cents.
Yeah.
It was like 75 cents to eat there. With a drink, it might have cost you $1. And because they know all the local places. We went to the beach, and this dude was taking care of everything.
Yeah, this us at the beach right here.
Rolling. And I don't think people understand the gravity of that. I think what has happened. So the dream when you and I were traveling is entirely different than the dream now. Yeah, this is going to us to the Afro Cubana place. So we learn historical things. We learn about the culture. We learn about the people. And the way that we move allows us to be more respectable and respected by the people, where they want you to come back.
Yeah.
When we got back, let's see, I can't remember how it was. Y'all left something for Ronan, and he got y'all a SIM card. It was just, you ain't had to worry about somebody going to steal from you. He's like, I got this. Yep. So when you had that trust with the locals, they're going to take care of you because they want to see you come again, because you've traveled the way you're supposed to. You get to see. I know, guys, that's what's scary. How can you go to another country? You don't know the food. We're going to talk about DR since you go there. They don't know Monfango. I never ate that. Tostones. Never eaten the local food. Never experienced anything that has to do with the country. When you ask them about, well, how was it there? Yeah, that's me in Thailand.
And guys, this is hold up, Philly. I'm gonna give Fearless. I'm gonna give Fearless his flowers, man. I'm gonna give dude. I met Fearless about a year ago, and he and I, we always talk, but we were supposed to meet up in Thailand. Dude decided to flake out on me, so I had to go by myself. And I had a great time, but the thing is, by me going before him, I was able to give him all the intel.
Yep.
This is what you got to do, everything. So he didn't have to pay a $300 consultation fees to someone in Thailand. So break him off. We met up in Cuba. And I met his wife. This is his beautiful wife, she's Dominican. Man, she was a lifesaver for our trip. She actually made our trip like fucking a 10. The fact that she could understand what's going on, she made things happen. If we wanted to bring girls around us, though, she went out there and got them. I mean, dude, just everything. And I'm like, we all talking to Fearless like, bro, you better not fuck up. You better not fuck. We're like, we all talking like, nigga, don't fuck this shit up. Go ahead.
I got a quick question for all the people who've been to Thailand. Have y'all ever met or seen a Colombian 10 Thai girl in Thailand?
A Colombian 10 in Thailand?
Mhm.
And what are the odds of meeting a Colombian in Thailand?
No. When I say Colombian 10, it's like the most beautiful women award are in Colombia. So if she's
You know
a
what?
Colombian 10 in Colombia, she'll be a 10. Have y'all ever met that? I met one, and she was married.
I'll say this, man. Every country that I've been to, there are beautiful women there, based on their standard, based on their, based on what they define beauty. What I've learned in being in Thailand, because I did 5 cities. I did Bangkok, Pattaya. Well, I did Pattaya for 2 days, but I did Bangkok, Phuket, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, and Pattaya. And what I've learned, the dark-skinned Thai chicks were the most attractive.
Thank you.
Like,
oh my God.
The dark skin, tan, and you find them more in the south, like more in the Phuket area.
Yeah.
Man, bro, I was like dumbfounded. I'm like, beautiful. And
is it true that is it true that Phuket girls and Chiang Mai Thai women are more down to earth? Because I just did Pattaya in Bangkok. I gotta go to the other spots.
I did Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. Chiang Mai, down to earth, man. Because
Cool.
Chiang Mai has a huge university there. There's a huge expat community there as well. I actually met a Thai Australian chick there. We hooked up while we were there, and man, it's just a good positive vibe, laid back vibe. It's not the Pattaya scene. If you're looking for Pattaya, you're gonna find Pattaya, but Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai is a whole different vibe.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time, bro. Yeah, I don't think they heard you.
Pattaya is Pattaya. You're not gonna find that Pattaya vibe any other where outside of Pattaya. You can find quality, good-looking women outside of Pattaya. Shit, just Bangkok alone, you find baddies.
Yes.
Phuket, you find baddies.
Yeah.
Shit, when you go to Chiang Mai, you find a lot of that mixed Chinese Thai look. So you get that look as well. But dude, I think Thailand has so much to offer besides Pattaya, man. I think dudes get stuck on stupid on red light district that they don't see everything else. And I went to the spots where all the brothers would go to in Pattaya, and I'm like, the chicks that they were with, man, I'm like,
thank you.
Y'all flew way over here to this side of the earth to fuck with these mud ducks. I'm like, I'm out.
And we'll tell them, man. And you will tell them, that's why you don't see brothers with the freaking 10s in Thailand, because you are going to the wrong place and they're going about it wrong.
Nah.
You got to do it completely different. Thai women who are good girls and are gorgeous, they're not going to behave that way that you see in Soy 6. There is no way on this God green earth that a gorgeous 10 in Thailand who's a good girl with her life right is going to behave that way with some foreigner. Are you crazy?
Hey, I don't mean to change the subject because I want to give back the floor.
No, we good. We preaching on. We going on though.
Fearless, man. Tell the story behind this picture right here, Fearless.
Oh, I had a hater there. I had a hater. Look, this is, if any of you guys ever play football, you know how, and if you guys are old school, you remember Walter Payton in the Super Bowl. Walter ran it all the way down to like the 2-yard line, and then the refrigerator took it in. So this is what happened when we were there. There was a girl. We actually was at a rooftop. We were at the rooftop. We had a rooftop restaurant.
Yeah.
And we went to the beach like the next day. And my wife was like, she was at the rooftop. I was like, I don't remember. He's like, yeah, she was there. So I started up a conversation, got the name, where she going, what she doing. She comfortable now. She done scooted next to us. She was way over. She done start getting next to us. Next thing I know, Trini comes scooping in, man. Like I done took it all the way to the yard line, and he comes swooping in like, hey, I'm Trini. I want to go salsa dance and let's hook up and this. I said, this brother ain't do no work. He just stole the ball to go in. So, but it's all good because that's why we're there. I'm there with my wife, so I couldn't play, but it was just funny. Man. And then we went to the salsa. We met her again.
The salsa club
from Germany.
Yeah, Germany. Yeah.
Germany with a nice body, solid. She was just staying like a local Cuban. She had gone there because she wanted to learn salsa. And so that next night, we actually met her at the salsa club.
Yep. Last night.
Yep.
And
So,
guys, she is stacked
yes.
and tall. Batty. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, yo, she is nice, man. And bro, down to earth.
I love that part, that down to earth, man.
You're Ronan, you're right, man. And Trini was always trying to swoop in at that last minute to clean it up.
But back to you, Fearless, about the whole is Passport Boy selling dreams. What's your thoughts on it? And I noticed that Bacchus has joined in as well. I'll come to you next, Bacchus.
So, brother, the dream has changed, man. The dream, like I said, when we were there, it was about culture, exploring and getting food, learning places, like going to these historical spots, doing all that. Now, guys only want to go for a chick. Where the chicks at? Where can I find this girl at? When can I do this? And it's so sad because they have a different mentality and they think I can just get off the plane and somebody's with a welcome sign there saying, oh man, we've been waiting for you, passport, bro. Now it is true, they waiting for them before to scam them, to take advantage of them, to get over on them, to do that. And that dream that everything is kosher, everything is good, it's really bad. Because what happens is guys go there and they let their guard down. They think that everything is going to be fine. They don't vet the people. They don't vet the women. The things that they would do in the United States, they still think they can do there. There's places, you know, in DR, you better not be walking out with your phone just hanging out. The motor concho going to take it. So they lack. And I think they know more. There's something called the Kruger effect. And the Kruger effect is when you know a little bit about a subject, but not enough. You know a little bit about the subject to think you're right, but not enough about the subject to know you're wrong. And that's what they do. They get a little information and then they think they know everything, and they know nothing.
Yep. Passport Blueprint. James, what's your thoughts on what Fearless just said? Bacchus, right. Are you up, Bacchus?
Yeah, I think so. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Take it over.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. You're on the floor now, man.
Nah, I heard somebody talking about my vacation city, my summer spot in Phuket, so I had to jump in and plug y'all in. When y'all go to places like Phuket and Pattaya and Bangkok, you got to understand those are the hot spots. So those are the one and dones that a lot of people go to. The authenticity, you're going to have a good time regardless, but the authenticity and the realness and the down to earth is not really going to happen. Those places are considered the Medellin and the Cartagenas and the what is that in DR? Playa Puta, whatever. The Sasuas. That's where everybody goes. So you got to understand, people are going to come from all around the country to go there just to get over, finesse, and make their bag off of it. If you want the realness of a country, of a place, you got to go to the places that nobody talks about, the hidden gems, the nooks and the crannies, and that way you're going to really see what is really the people are about. But a lot of people now, from what I understand, they want to follow. My favorite YouTuber goes to Pattaya and he talks about it's easy like this, that, and the third. Many of y'all have been on trips with me. We've been on the same trip on the same dates at the same time in the same clubs and have completely different experiences. So you can't expect just because person A went to this place and did this and this happened for them, that's also going to happen for you. You have to keep that open to understand that it's a possibility, but it's not always a reality. So I just wanted to jump in and say that for sure.
Yeah, and guys,
I'm gonna take it further. I know dudes that been with the same girl and they had different experience.
I've been there too. Oh my God. Oh, this girl ain't shit. I'm like, she was for me.
Yo, was you standing on a pedestal when you said that? Because you should have been, man. I mean, that's the whole enchilada. That's it. That's everything right there. With the same girl and completely different experience. You see this dude happy as hell, thinking this brother might as well marry this girl. She over there looking like she smelled like peaches and cocoa butter. She looked good and she's happy with him. She has the utmost respect for him. Everything is all good. It's like his wife for 100 years and you only been with her for a month. You get with her, she like,
right. The dude she was with, he had dread. She likes dread, so she gonna go all in. But you bald headed, got no beard, no nothing. She's just like, man, it is what it is. You gotta.
Almost fell off the bed, man. What the?
Nobody talks about that, and I see that all the time, and it kills me. It kills me. Yes, you can go to insert country here and have this kind of fun, but are you that person? Are you that person at home? Are you that person there? It's so many factors, and there's the people that you're with. I'm sure I could go with my homies to Chernobyl and have a time and just turn up. But if I'm with some ain't shit motherfuckers and some ain't shit bitches, it ain't gonna be fun.
Exactly. I'm gonna preach a little bit more knowledge on it. You know, Zoom to Thailand with L. You like, oh shoot, well he could get that. I'm black too. Like say they relationship end, you know, God forbid that happens, man. Say their relationship end. You be like, oh, L is single. Now I'm gonna get me L. I'm gonna be like Zoom to Thailand. Dudes think like that. They think like no, I understand. They think like that. They think like that so bad that they think, what if I just hate on Zoom to Thailand and I'll take his girl and she gonna be with me. Elle will have a little thought in the back of her mind if it happens like that. Who are you? You think you're really?
I mean,
you're weird.
That's why
you're weird. I don't even want to be around you. Go away.
And that's why I kind of go back to, like, if you're lame in the States, you're lame overseas. And again, I don't mean lame as you being an introvert or being anything that's like, you know, you don't have to be the outbunctious, extrovert out there to travel. You don't have to do all that, but just be honest with yourself. If you know, like, hey, listen, I'm shy in the States. You need to work on yourself. I'm overweight. Take your ass to the gym. Give yourself a goal to actually, for you to actually meet and uplift yourself. Because again, you thinking that things, you going overseas is going to be better because you have a passport. It doesn't work that way. You're still that same person you were yesterday. So unless you take the time to acknowledge your flaws and work on those flaws and say, hey, I'm gonna go overseas and start over. Again, it's okay to start over, but just make sure you take the time to work on yourself, because again, this whole notion, hey, I got a passport, I'm gonna go overseas and life's gonna be better. No, if you bad with money in the States, you be bad money overseas.
That's so true.
Right now. Everywhere you go, there you are.
Especially if you don't know the currency. I seen homies spend their whole freaking budget in the first 2 days. Like, bro, you're here for 7.
God, no budget sheet. You said budget sheet to them. They wanted like, what are you talking about? I said, do you know how to plug in information? You know what I'm saying? Into what you call it? I can't believe I forgot the name for it. Now I feel stupid. And so that you will know what happens to your money when you spend $500 today. What happens to your money 6 months from now? You know how to do that? You know how to just break it down so that every week you know exactly what's happening to your money, even when you splurge on a on $100 cheeseburger and French fries in Las Vegas, $400 steaks. You understand? You understand that when you do that, you will know exactly what you can and can't do. That when you go to this country, you say it costs this, and this. Plug it all in. I can afford to live here, live in that spot, be here, afford that cab, that taxi, this date, this burger, this food. Bam. When you do that, you'll be surprised what you can and can't afford. I've done this budget sheet thing for people and family members, and they fall back in their seat because they can't believe how much dumb money they've been spending. I spent that much on that. Yeah, you spent that much on bullshit.
I like that term, dumb money.
You're right, dumb money. You want to go overseas for a couple months, and you don't even know how to do it. Do what? Go overseas? I've been overseas. No. You have a lot of money. This talking to the dudes who have a lot of money, because we know dudes who spend dumb money. They got a lot of money. I've met them. I met a dude who makes $180,000 a year, on top of money that his parents gave him was almost reach $500,000. This is how much money he's got. You would think the dude makes $50,000 a year. I swear to God.
I'm gonna say this: my boy who does my taxes, we went to college together. He's a millionaire, but he drives an old Jeep Cherokee.
Oh my God!
Dude's a bona fide millionaire with commercial property.
Smart money. There's a difference.
And again, we travel together and we go out. Dude's like, "Hey, I got this. Don't worry about it." But yet back home, dude, he drive an old 2002 Jeep Cherokee. A red Jeep Cherokee.
I wouldn't drive that.
Wait, Cherokee, I ain't gonna lie.
But hey, we got two new people actually that joined the live, man. Shout out to Captain K, man. What's your thought on the topic, man? And shout out to Roland. Captain K?
Dog, man, I listened to old boy the other night, and he's saying some obvious stuff, but I've been traveling since did 20 years in the Navy, so I traveled long before a lot of these brothers even thought about it. Not slamming on them for traveling, but like someone was just saying a minute ago, they travel for the wrong reason. And I've heard it. I used to love going to Dominican Republic. I don't go there anymore because it just done changed in the years since I used to go. So
we met in DR, remember?
Yeah, yes, we did. And yes, I'm still from and but it's I don't get it. I don't understand it because there's so much more. But like somebody's just mentioned, you get these people. They come in. They hear other people. The internet done messed up everything. It done messed up everything. Back in the day, we traveled. There was no internet. You had, it was like, okay, I want to go see. When you guys going? And you would go see yourself. Now people are putting up videos, and it done messed up the game because you have people that are experts that have been to one place, but they experts on travel. Not calling no names, but anyway. So the reasons nobody tries to learn the language. Nobody wants to go see any sites or local anything. They just want, we're the girls. And I always say when I go to the beach, I don't have to look for sand, it's gonna be there, right? So why even factor that in? Just go and learn some culture, learn the language. If you're talking about going somewhere any amount of time or any length of time. But people don't want to do that. They just want to go have fun. And I heard what you said earlier. If you ain't balling in the States, why are you trying to go somewhere else and ball?
Thanks.
And what Wesley Snipes said in his movie, it's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Let me drop something real quick. You just said about the language. We got language apps on these phones. You can't spend adequate time to learn the language before you go. That's what that's embarrassing.
It is.
Fact. My last trip to Brazil surprised me. I've been working on my Portuguese for about a year, and I actually had more than a few people ask me if I was brasileiro, and I'm like, no, American gringo, and they're like, really? And I'm like, well, your Portuguese is okay, and I'm like, why are you asking me that? And their answer was because you started talking to me in Portuguese, and it made me feel good. I work on that Portuguese every day. I get my 30 minutes every day. A friend of mine, I'm trying to get him to do the same thing. And I keep telling him 30 minutes every day, dude. You can set aside 30 minutes every day. And this last trip, I actually saw fruits of that. It's a confidence thing. People don't realize I can speak Portuguese perfectly in my head. Perfectly. But when it comes out my mouth, that's where the struggle is.
Right.
You have to get that dialogue. And I will say this, not plugging anything. I mean, they're not paying me. The program Jump Speak helped me wonders. Helped me. It was the biggest thing because I can get the Jump Speak has you talking back and forth. That's what it does. And that has helped me. Babel was okay, but Jump Speak is what really got me over the hump.
It's spelled exactly how it sounds. Jump Speak.
Jump Speak, yeah. And it starts off, it asks you what your level is. If you're a beginner, you know a little bit. And it starts off, it asks you a question, like you can pick different areas like relationship or restaurants or whatever. And it starts off talking to you in Portuguese and it wants you to reply in Portuguese. The good thing about it, it tells you, okay, well, you answered that okay, but you should have said this, or you should have said that, or you could have answered it this way. And it gives you some feedback on how you answered it. So you're using the program and you're talking, it starts off strict just by talking, because that's how a child learns. I'm a child when it comes to Portuguese, so I have to learn. So that's how children learn to talk. They listen to their parents and they repeat what they say and get understanding and increase their knowledge. And so I go from that standpoint. I don't know if you guys remember Moses, the language guy that passed away a couple years ago.
Nah.
He was a big proponent of learning languages. He knew Chinese, Mandarin, different. What anyway? But you know, if you don't know, go back and look at his videos, and he has a plan on how you learn languages. And I'm not going to get all.
Is that the black guy that can learn it like in 1 month? He'll learn a whole different language in a month or something crazy like that.
Yeah, he had a plan to do it. So basically, the gist of it was, he said, no matter where you go, no matter where you visit it, it's all the same. So he developed scripts for that. And I started doing that. Hey, how you doing? Hey, my name is Michael. What's your name? Oh, are you from Rio? Yes, sir. Oh, you live in Rio. Okay, you're not from Rio. Where are you from? Okay, they asked me, are you visiting here? No, this is not my first time here. So I actually write those statements out, script them out. So I know what I'm saying. I know what they're going to say, because I know it's going to be pretty much similar. And it follows right on when I went to DR with the Spanish and anywhere I've been, the same script. Where are you from? How long you been here? How long you visiting? Have you been here before? It always follows the same script. So I started that. That was my blueprint. And then I went from there.
Hey guys, before we move on to Roland, because I want to get Roland to join the panel, I have a question for Fearless. Fearless, bro, how the hell you got up this damn high, bro?
You think that's
I didn't think I do. That's a whole lot of feet up in that air, bro.
Like, I mean, your wife.
got the whole meat market up in that motherfucker.
I understand your wife, because she, your wife could do it, but how the hell you did it? You use a springboard or something?
Man can't jump, but
You use a springboard and fucking
He's
use
higher than
Photoshop?
his wife. Look at him.
How much you weigh, Ted? You said 210, right?
210, yeah, that was a wish. Right now I'm about 240. Right then I was probably 255.
That's
what- that's
right
what-
there. I ain't gonna lie. I love that.
And that's
right
why I
there.
said I personally think he photoshopped the springboard off the goddamn picture. So there's no way. I'm like, how the hell you got this damn high?
Man, I've
But
been trying
guys-
to put that extra 5 pounds on a muscle, man. It's so hard to get past 200 when you ain't natural.
Guys, let me tell you this. This is another thing, guys. Guys who shame dudes bringing sand to the beach, man. Listen, you can if you find yourself a good woman, it's nothing wrong to travel with that woman.
Exactly.
Dudes get caught about smashing 20 chicks in one day. Man, fuck all that. If you have a good woman or you build something with that person in that particular country, spend time with that person. Go travel within that country. Dude, your travel don't have to be around a bunch of dudes. Like,
Don't
for me,
let somebody else determine what makes you happy.
yeah, man. Like this whole thing about you got to travel with a bunch of dudes, 20 dudes and shit, man. I'm
Don't
too old
do
for
that.
that shit, man. Like for
Don't
me,
do
I
that.
got tolerance for 4 dudes. That's it. And even then, I tend to branch off and do my own thing within the travel trip. So it's just like, guys, if you find a good chick that you want to travel with, that you want to go out there and splurge on, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. And don't let no
Especially one
motherfucker
that's
call you a simp,
appreciative.
because guess what? You happy. That dude is calling you simp. He's unhappy.
But a woman that's appreciative of you doing it, man, it's nothing like living through their eyes. Maybe you've gone to these places before, so it's kind of like a repeat for you. But to see it through new eyes and their experience, bruh, it's nothing like it, especially if you care for them.
And let me tell you something, guys. This is the weird thing. You travel with a woman, and especially if she's any kind of attractive, like here when we was at Thailand, we had the photographers. Them brothers threw in like extra pictures just because they want to take pictures of it. Like, all right, let's do this. Let's go here. So you get extra time, extra days. They're gonna do extra just because whatever you're doing with them is gonna make their company look good. And you know, low key they trying to flirt. So it's always gonna make you look good. But one thing I wanted to say that you kicked on, Kunal, was I think we say your end, our beginning is somebody else's end. You said somebody was saying, hey, you got to work out, you get this. Like if you went to a country and you're like, man, that's a fine woman I had to pay for. I want to go back. I want to work out. I want to get my money up. I want to do all of that. So when I return, I can get that kind of woman without paying. That's your mentality. Yeah. The other people's mentality is, I just got to keep paying. There's no improvement. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to stay fat. And that's because that's all I can get. Right. And that's the crazy part.
I want everybody to notice something, that in this conversation that we have, and we are showing you how true travelers are supposed to be like. I just learned about a new app right now that I can help me with my Portuguese, because I'm learning how to try to speak more confidently. This is what Travel Channel should be about. We're exchanging information and stuff like that. You know, not this whole, oh, gotta go over here, get the box over here and get this and get that. No, this is true traveling.
I have a question then for you guys. And this is, you know, I'm going to try to keep this positive. Why is it that when I've been on other channels, you know, I'm a Passport Pro, what is it? A Passport Pro associate agent, something like that. I forgot what I was called. And I'm like, that's not even what I do. Why is it that when you try to say this is what I do when I travel, they still put you in this box? You still a monger. You still can't do this. You're going to a third world country with pool. It's everything they can think of with that stereotype. And you say, no, that's not how I travel. So how do we get out of that box?
I can have an answer to that. I believe it's because they see you doing something that's not the norm and they can't compute it. They can't see anybody doing that without doing this. They're trying to push a narrative. They're trying to push something. And the fact that you show that it is not that does not mean that. Case in example, if you grew up in the hood, they expect you to be hood. If you are not, and you are well-spoken, you are educated, and you are doing everything anti-hood, that does not compute to them. All they know is hood. So if they only see or only want to see the bad or the disingenuous, that's all they're going to focus on. They don't want to focus on anything else. And I've seen this a million times over. So that's why I figured those kind of people, there's nothing you can say or do to change their mind. It's kind of like when your woman asks you a question and she already has an answer. No matter what you say, it's going to be whatever her answer is. So whatever she thinks in her head. So with those kind of people, you just keep it pushing, because they would never acknowledge you not being that, because all they want is to push that.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to get over, man. It's just difficult. I think that's going to be our uphill battle to try to do that. Because I fought with people, which is kind of stupid, that they tell you the type of relationships guys can have overseas. And you say, well, have you ever been overseas or had a relationship? No. Well, how can you even express that? So it's some narrative that they're on, that even when they, like you said, even when they see stuff like this, and like I just put it, I said, we went to Havana, Cuba. BlackManTravels had a whole agenda of everywhere we went, and none of that included a chica. It was every museum. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, and we had so much. I don't think we got to it all. There was still things that we need to go back and do.
Yeah, and the thing is too, man, like we treated like a corporate event. you know how like you attend an event or conference, you have your agenda for the day. Then after after you're done with the day conference, you go to the party, the happy hour. Dude, we took care of our daytime activities. At nighttime, we party. I think at one point we were all drunk, sitting eating some stale ass pizza. I mean,
do that.
So I mean, the thing is, we still got it in. And again, like we were out, women were coming towards us because we were the energy, we were the vibe. Go ahead, Phyllis.
You're making me laugh because those are the memories that we have. We don't have memories of, oh, I was able to get this chick. Oh, I paid $20 for this. Those aren't the memories that we have. Those aren't the pictures that we're taking. And I think you guys, a lot of those guys miss out. The way I started my YouTube channel or even started doing that is because I wanted to have some type of legacy. So if I have a child later on, I don't have to have a photo album. I don't have to get that up. Like I said, just go to this channel. You'll see all the places me and your mother have been, all the things we have done. And hopefully, vicariously through us, they'll want to do that. They'll see, oh, this is what I'm missing out on.
What are the
buckets you using you using? I don't think those are pictures. You're getting them out of magazine. They look too good, man.
Nah, bro. This is our experience, man. This
that's my
right here
with him, man. That's his photos. That's that Bacchus. They look like they out of a magazine.
Professionalism right there.
That's Bacchus, man. Bacchus doing his thing, and it's just like, guys, look, we're about to go to Cali, Colombia, dog. We got the damn crib with the pool. All content creators. We call it a content house. That house is all built for content creation, man. And Bacchus got 20 Instagram models ready to go take some pictures in Cali, Colombia at the pool deck. We're going to be doing all type of shit, man. But again, we there to have a good time.
We got one rookie. My homeboy.
Yeah, one rookie come with us. And listen, I'm going to say this, and Bacchus, you can chime in on this. I already made it clear. I don't tolerate fuck shit. I made it clear. It's like, I'm not tolerating any fuck shit. Yo, this is what we expect. And if you're on some dumb shit, you got to go.
So just to even make it clear, I don't know if you said this earlier on, but where we staying at, we are a 10-minute walk from the festival. Probably going to take us 30 minutes because we're going to be hollering everything that walks past us. But nonetheless, we're about a 10-minute walk from the festival. BlackManTravels is going to have his camera. I'm going to have my camera. Everybody's going to be cameraed up. We're going to have a lot of content come after this fact. We have a lot of things planned.
Y'all gonna be meta. Y'all gonna have them sunglasses on. I already know.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to
my
get
glasses
mine.
on. I already got my glasses.
That was
on,
some smooth filming.
Let me speak of that sunglasses.
Man,
hold up, I'm double talking. I gotta go because I can't get it.
No. Go ahead with it. What's your question?
What I was gonna ask is, has anybody bought the sunglasses that are like $300 and $400 a night? Y'all feel comfortable doing that, traveling and that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And y'all really think I should do it knowing that I've been known for losing shades?
No. Okay. Listen. Just my camera bag alone is about $3,000. If I would lose my camera bag, like my bag that has all my tech gear and shit, that's $3,000 lost. But the good thing is, shout out to State Farm Insurance. All my shit is insured, so that if my shit is gone, I get reimbursed for a new shit. So it's all good. Yes, I did buy the Meta glasses. I paid $460 for them shits. It's worth every penny, bro.
Those are dope.
James, when I say the quality,
the
pictures, the video, and bro, it's incognito, bro.
Yeah,
I turn that sucker on, man. I could get all type of action. If I'm smashing from the back, I can get all that action from the back. Man, bro.
Hey,
oh my
fellas,
god,
the new ones though. I have the new ones, and the new ones they have a light on them, and that does you can't turn it off. It's on all the time.
I have those too. I have those too. But the thing is, what I've learned, people not really paying attention unless they're looking
don't pay
at
attention. When you out and about, they don't pay attention now.
As far as that little light, it probably looks like a little diamond glittering, like you got a little diamond accent on your glass frame or something. So they probably really don't look at it.
In the daytime, you're good. It's only if you wear at night.
Those
Well,
like
hey,
me,
well, hey,
they
Put it on
do.
the Kim Khan.
well, Fearless at nighttime, it actually works well. You just need a lot of lighting. So
Yeah.
James, I'll say
Yo,
James, you should definitely invest in one, bro. If you're not into cameras, get them damn glasses. It
Drop the
instantly
link.
uploads to your Facebook and your Instagram page. The quality is 4K. Video call is everything, man.
yeah,
Actually, you know what?
You
I'm gonna
got that
share a little
video of
content
those
with you
chicks
guys.
running up
Drop
to
the
you.
link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show that
Thank
video of
you.
I
them
put,
walking up
what
to
I
you,
wanted
bro.
to do was the 360. I
I
wanted to
got the
post up
360.
somewhere real popular, put the 360 camera down, keep that grip on there,
No, all you have to do
and
is
just
just throw
film.
that on a pole and put it in your backpack and walk with it while you're going through the town and everything.
Yeah,
It'll film everything for you. Just put it in your backpack on a pole so it's sticking up above you guys or whoever's traveling with you. And that 360 will work like a charm, man. You'll get every angle of anywhere you walked, and it's
Yeah.
stable. So it
All
has
right, guys.
stabilizers on it.
I'm gonna share something. This is the Meta glasses right here, guys. So you guys gonna see will work how the Meta glasses work. I was approached by
right.
some girls.
By the way, I'm a 360 affiliate. If you go into my Facebook or in my YouTube channel, you can click on the link and buy an Insta360.
All right, guys, this is the video right here. I was walking downtown in Mexico City.
Wow.
Oh, hold up, damn, my bad, shit. Mexico City. These girls came up to me, and they wanted to take a picture with me. And it's like I have the glasses on. You see how the glasses look like?
Clear as a bell, bro.
Here go the secret, because I had to tell Kanal this when I got mine. You can't keep carrying, like you turning your head. Like I had when I first wore them, my head was on a swivel because I was looking at everybody that's passing. And when you try to post it, they like, man, when you keep your head straight, who the cameraman? So the secret is, kind of try to keep your head straight. It's gonna be difficult because the first time you're just gonna forget about it. But if you're trying to post the photos later, you don't want them swiveling everywhere. See, he's
That's
got
where
it
that
good.
second camera action comes in. Like if you had a 360.
And that's something that I have to constantly remind myself, don't move my head too much. So like right here, this is totally unexpected. They all came, wanted to take pictures, and guess what? We took pictures with all of them. Everybody was curious about like who the hell these dudes are. And we're taking pictures with them one by one, group pictures and whatever. We exchanged Instagram page, and it was just like, hey, don't worry about it. And I walked away. And it's funny, like dudes like, oh, you ain't grab a number. Like, no, man, I just fucking kept continuing on my day.
Maybe I should start off with those.
Yeah,
They still go for $3,000.
It said
no. About
$400.
$400.
But I
They
got
$400.
Yeah, they're $400, man.
Yeah, I got the
Okay.
polarizers, man. So in the sunlight out there, they get dark. They look just like sunglasses.
Yeah, and one
Right.
thing too, guys, I have the transition. I have the transition one. So during the daytime, if I'm outside, they turn into shades.
Yep.
If I'm inside the house, they turn into like regular glasses. So you think I'm wearing the glasses. So it's just like, these are perfect, man. Again, I'm walking around, I'm getting content like people don't even know. And again, the shit is on, but I don't think they know my glasses is on.
And like on the ones that I have, you can get a prescription.
Yeah.
So when I ordered mine, I sent my prescription in with them. And so
Speaking of that, mine's bad.
And that 360 is lovely too. I walked with it when I was in Pattaya. I walked the streets with it. I just put it on. I put the stick in.
Yo, I did my 360 in Pattaya for Songkran on Soy 6, and I still need to post that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. People don't even recognize it or know that it's even there, but it is most definitely. Yeah,
it's a wonderful piece of equipment. I love it.
Don't go to Bangkok or Circle. Stay in Pattaya. It's better.
Say that again.
Don't go to Bangkok or Circle. Stay in Pattaya.
Oh,
nah.
I
went to Phuket. Fuck that.
Phuket's probably even better. I mean, I don't know about it. Tell us.
I know. BlackManTravels, can you show him the picture from Phuket?
Oh, I know
okay.
Phuket is off the chain, man. I don't know why I didn't go when I was in Pattaya. I really don't.
It wasn't all that, but yeah. No.
While you're doing that, let me address the topic of the question of the room real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
While you guys have been talking, I was watching Jake Paul, so forgive me. I had to watch that fight. I wish Tyson was able to fight this one, but he's gonna have to fight in November. But anyway, some things came to mind, and it kicked off even with Kanal with his post in the group chat that we have on Facebook about reminiscing about old school days. You know, you said our passport bros kind of selling the dream. They are, you know, and before it was atrocious. I think, like you said, that you mentioned earlier, no excuses, trying to get a handle on it, and so is BMT with his Passport Bros app and some other things. And he commonly comes on lives and starts to try to autocorrect, you know, actions and things that are going on now. So, you know, the Pookies are going to be there, unfortunately. But I remember a time, I've been traveling since I was 3 years old. So I'm 56. All right. I remember when you got on a plane, even getting on a plane was an experience. You had a dress code when you got on a plane. You couldn't go on there in flip-flops and a pair of shoes and shorts. They turn you away at the gate. There was a level of class when you flew on a plane. Literally. You could not get on that plane and sit in a certain area if you weren't dressed properly.
That's right.
You know, so there was a whole level of experience when you got on a plane just to even make a trip. You know, and that's kind of something that we've gotten away from, even in our community and the corporations that run the airlines now. You know, we carried ourselves with pride. I mean, there's only so many black people that have passports, period. And even smaller black men. And then even a smaller percentage of them are what they consider passport bros. Like Captain K here, you know, there's a lot of U.S. veterans, man. We've been doing this low key for a long time. BlackManTravels learned from a lot of veterans. You know what I'm saying? You know, Charles Tyler. There's a group of guys down in Brazil that should have took this and started standardizing it a long time ago, but they kept Brazil to themselves and kind of kept themselves away from the world. BlackManTravels can go into that because he was a part of that group when we had offline conversations, but I'm not going to mention their names.
I call their asses out, shit.
But at the end of the day, you know, they should have put a standard on it before it got away from them. You know, because they were the first ones out there organizing right around what Charles Tyler was doing in Brazil. But they just decided to stay in Brazil and not keep it organized to a point where it could be something where it was a well-organized machine by time, you know, the pandemic hit and it blew up to what it is. So that's another thing, you know, I wanted to bring up. You know, there's so few of us. Every one negative content provider or content creator is amplified throughout the whole community. And like I said, we veterans, we've been moving around this whole planet without making any kind of noise or waves. You know, it's only because of the advent of the internet and, you know, digital photography and access to a lot of different things. All our proof, and Captain K will tell you, most of our proof are on film and picture albums. Sitting in
I got boxes and boxes.
Only friends that came into our house were able to get the inner circle information about what these countries look like, what kind of women. We would put them on game because they were trusted people. Everybody didn't have access to that. You know, and unfortunately, because of the internet and the sensationalism of the Jerry Springer, Maury Povich age of the internet, it's all about clicks and views. Now,
and that's why I go back to and that's why I go back to the OGs, man. Like the OGs set me down and put me on game. Like, yo, this is how you need to behave.
Right.
Not what to do, what the fuck. It's like how to behave, how to, you know, because you're representing all black men.
Right.
So this is what you, again, this is back 2012.
Even way before
dudes were like putting me on game. This is before the whole, you know, you like Facebook was blowing up, but not as big. And so the Facebook group thing was still new in Facebook. So these guys were like, hey, listen, you got to do it right. But now there's no code. There's no standard. It's just do what the fuck you want. If you hating, if you say something critical, you hating. Like I had people tell me I'm hating on Austin Hollerman. I'm like, nigga, that's my son's age. Like what the fuck I'm hating on my son?
48, man. You look like a slender.
I'm like,
Right.
what the hell I care? Like,
So even like I was saying, moving with the military, we were taught to win over hearts and minds. Every country we went to, what was the priority? Making sure America left a great impression on every country we touched. Not to disrupt it, but to improve it. If we went somewhere.
Facts.
Okay. Now
Absolutely.
these guys are leaving. They're rubbing their. And I got on Jay Rillo. If you guys didn't sit in that panel, I said, "Are you ready for truth and accountability?" I held that brother to the table the minute he came in the room on that panel, and I said, "You should be improving with the way you're moving, not getting worse." He should be improving each time he takes a trip, not getting worse. So at the end of the day, you know, it's up to us. A lot of the guys sitting on this panel, we're Gen Xers, we're seasoned travelers, and to be silent is to be complicit. We have to continue to have panels like this. Also, sometimes you have to go into other panels to kind of straighten up a room. I've been in Razor Ray's room. Believe me, I'll drop facts. The room is silent. There's crickets. I leave the room. Shenanigans starts again. You get what I'm saying? But they will listen to the information, you know. But at the end of the day, you cannot be silent. We have to continue to speak. Been quiet way too long. And like I said, it's just the few content creators and the shenanigans that's going on that's being amplified throughout all Black travelers. And unfortunately, it's starting to affect us, the ones that have been moving quietly and doing everything properly. And with that, I'll go ahead and turn back over to BlackManTravels to show that content that you were going to show, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I forgot. Go ahead for it, man. Yes, continue the conversation.
Be surprised how many people hate on dudes that they couldn't write a second much from. All you have to do was shut the fuck up.
You know what? I think it's more of a generational thing, because like at least Generation X, you know, and up, we shut up when adults spoke. Whenever someone that had experience, we respected, we took it as consideration and applied it. Now, these younger dudes, and again, it's, you know, is what it is. You tell them, but it's like, oh, you hating on my life. You hating on what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm at a point now, dude. I only fuck with people who fucks with me. That we have the same idealistic views and same personality in regards to like being structured, you know, being focused. I fuck with you. If you on some fuck shit, man, I fuck you. It's like I don't want to talk to you. And that's the thing. Is like sometimes I be in these airports, man. I don't say shit to them because I'm at a point in my life I'm not obligated to speak to you, and I don't want to acknowledge you. I'm sorry. I don't believe in how you move, and I don't respect you. It is what it is. Even though we're both black men from the United States, you move differently. You move sloppy.
Right.
And guess what? I'm purposely gonna get up and move away from you.
But unfortunately, you got older people doing the same thing like these younger ones are doing.
Well, and I call those guys, they're just as inexperienced. These guys have never had a passport. I don't give a fuck what their age is. That doesn't mean their experience is because they have age. Some of these guys have just now gotten their passports and they're in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Never gone anywhere in their lives. They're just as inexperienced as the kids traveling. So yeah, they need to sit down and talk to somebody of age and of experience as well. I don't give a fuck how old they are. And Drew G, stop giving out our information, bro. Nobody's supposed to know about what the Marines do on Okinawa. Shut the hell up.
Oh my God. Yo, let me preach on Okinawa.
No, leave that shit alone, bro. Leave that shit alone. No. Okinawa is off limits. Nobody's supposed to know about Okinawa, man. That's a Marine thing. As a Navy thing. We keep that shit off topic, bro. We don't talk about them. We don't talk about Guam. We leave little islands alone. That's like being in Vegas. What goes on there, it stays there. Go ahead.
Hey, I was about to say, wait a minute, a Marine thing? Really?
Yeah, I'm a Marine, bro.
Just a Marine thing?
I said Marine and Navy. I said Marine and Navy. Okay. Y'all good for getting us there. I give you that. Y'all good for getting us there. Yeah.
Marines are trying to leave us out if you let them. I used to only hang out with Marines when I went overseas. Most of the time. Navy dude was like confrontation. Marines be killed.
Okay. I see we got NYC King, man. What's your thoughts on the topic, brother?
I just popped in. I see Ronnie on the panel. Anyway, salute to the chat. Salute to the brothers on the panel. Salute to my brothers that are traveling the world, holding it down. God bless you guys. Just gonna support the channel.
So, what's your take on the topic, man? Is the passport bro selling a dream? What's your take on that?
Well, everybody knows my take on it. I think
I don't know, man. That's why I want to know.
I think all passport bros are suckers. They're dreamers. They're pay-for-play junkies. And they're simps and losers. I'm not affiliated with the Crips or Bloods or the Zulu Nation. I'm a black man that travels. I'm a traveler. I don't need to be associated with anybody. Just like I'll tell anybody, when I'm in Italy, I don't see a passport bro. When I'm in Croatia, I don't see a passport bro. Okay? I don't even want to hear the word passport bro. Period. I don't like them. Any representative are idiots. Okay? That's how I feel about them. They're all suckers.
Okay.
And see,
I got a question for you on that.
And that comes from an experienced traveler, this old school guy like us, but he doesn't like the exposure. They're ruining it for people that have been moving around this planet for way longer.
Ronnie, let me tell you, let me tell you in the panel something. This whole community of passport bros was the rise of the ashes from the pandemic, where some of us black travelers should have kept our mouths shut, but we told them some of the secret spots in the world. Then the poor man traveler, the food stamp man, the EBT card dude said, well, I can go to Sasua. And then they spread it around with all these other poor men and polluted and destroyed things that we had kept secret for years. We would just go and enjoy ourselves. We didn't have to do it like that. The passport bros were exposed to the situation. The mayor of Medellin's got to be standing at the airport. Okay? We wouldn't have to be targets in Medellin or be poisoned or murdered. Most of these places we go now because of the sign of the passport, we do things before we could just go ahead and travel. We're a community that whenever you go onto YouTube and you put in Sasua or Colombia, it's linked to prostitution. And the governments don't like that. And the first face they see is a passport bro. Seasoned travelers don't do that. We kept it a secret for years.
And like I said, guys, at one point, man, this was a fraternity. This was like a secret society.
Yes.
We kept the information. Like, we didn't even call it we call it intel. What's the intel?
Yep.
Because this was vital. Now you got motherfuckers selling information they ain't worth shit.
Those are facts.
And the thing about that is, military guys, we were giving the information away for free. These guys now are charging for information they got originally from somebody that passed it to them.
You got guys like Jay Watermelon on that plane. He shouldn't even be on a plane.
Damn.
He shouldn't even be on a plane. Okay,
why call itself watermelon? What's the watermelon part about?
Because he's just a watermelon. He's just a watermelon. He ain't no Jay Rello. He ain't ain't nobody getting no money in Gary, Indiana. He's just a guy who think he's something on YouTube, which he's not.
I'm gonna say this. Hold on, guys. Look, I have a son.
I'm sorry.
I have a son who's on the spectrum. I think a couple of these dudes are on the spectrum. I'm just being honest here, man. Look,
I'm not gonna fight with you.
My own kid. Hold up, guys. My own kid is on the spectrum, but he's high function, smart as shit. But he's on the spectrum. I think a couple of these traveler dudes are on the spectrum, man.
I don't know who would give this guy money to travel. Let me tell you guys something. When I was traveling back in the time, I'm gonna take you back in the time when there was Club Help. and you have Monte Carlo and 424. You have a lot of other spots you can go to. It's a beautiful place.
Help.
Who knows about Club Help?
Oh, help.
Yep.
Help.
Okay, you Club Help. You see about 150 chicks outside.
It's a
Beautiful.
damn museum.
Beautiful.
I heard
Beautiful.
it's like a dream world, man. I heard about it.
I used to sit at Club Help every night. I used to get. There was so many women that I was getting drinks thrown in my face because I couldn't take you all. I'm like, yo, I would always sit with my crew, and I always sit a separate chair there empty for the woman I was going to take that night. And when we would just sit there, but anyway, Club Help was a paradise, and the camaraderie with the brothers down there was just beautiful. Just beautiful. I lived in Brazil for fucking 6 years. I got a Brazilian son and a Brazilian wife. I got married in Brazil. The camaraderie was just a beautiful thing down there. I had to go down there anytime I got, once a month, twice a month, till I just started living, got an apartment, got married, got an apartment, didn't need no luggage to travel, and just was hanging out with my wife's mom and pops and drinking Brahma and watching soccer. And I felt at home. When I got to Brazil and I hit the streets, people were calling my name. My name is Joseph. They called me Joey. Joey's back. Joey's back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm back. I'm back home. But the camaraderie with the brothers, beautiful. I met brothers that had money, that had penthouses, that were doing films down there. We would give each other great intel on what to do. I helped brothers learn Portuguese to get across what they needed to other people. Just a decent set of guys, man. We all had each other's back. I had guys that I had girls that would shield other girls away from me. It was a beautiful thing to have a friendship down there. All of that changed now. All of that has changed now. So I'm not going to hog up the panel because I can talk a little bit. But
it's all good. It's all good, man. But I mean, guys, look, listen. One thing I want to make it clear: we're not hating on the younger dudes. We're just giving course correction. Like, you guys created a brand that is very strong. It has equity in it. If you really want to profit from it, you got to clean that shit up, and you have to disassociate yourself from certain people. The dudes who are promoting pay for play, the dudes who are promoting fuck shit, you got to disassociate yourself from it. It's what it is.
Absolutely.
And two, I mean, guys, produce content. Like, a lot of so-called travel YouTubers ain't no traveling.
Nope.
Just fucking talking. I'm like, dude, how the fuck you in another country every 2 days with no content, but you making a live stream from your fucking couch?
Yep. So they lying.
So my thing is this: I can say, look, all right, guys, we all smart brothers in here. We're all old school brothers here. I could do this. I could be in one country and just move from different Airbnbs and say I'm in another country.
Yeah,
you think about that, huh?
Why you tell them that, man? Now motherfuckers gonna do that shit, man.
Hey,
for real. Oh shit, man.
Yo, you guys know who I ran into in Brazil? And who knows about the Monte Carlo?
Y'all want to see Turkey?
I ran into John Singleton.
Nice, man.
In Monte Carlo, and I was like, hey, yo, and we was kicking it, and I'm like, yo, I'm like, you can put me in the next Boys in the Hood movie. And, he laughed about it, but you meet interesting people of culture. I respected John Singleton for all the films that he did, especially Boys in the Hood. And the Monte Carlo back in the day was the spot where the baddest Brazilian women would be in.
Hey, King, this is Brazil right here. This is Coco Rio. I'm in what's that city called? That town outside of Rio?
Marica?
No, it's 40. It's about 45 minutes an hour outside of Copacabana. That's where all the black folks are. Damn. Well, this is Casa Black Rio. I'm in the hood, guys. Ah, shit. Why can't fucking think of the name, man? We took an hour Uber drive out there to the damn north end, and this is Casa Black Rio. Now Casa Black Rio is very popular on Instagram, but this is Casa Black Rio back in the days, and I had a good time here, man. And this is dude. I'm out here. I think I probably kissed like 4 different women one night, dude. They just very festive, very touchy, buying drinks.
I got some wild stories, man. I got wild stories in Brazil. I've been to the city of God. I've been to the city of God, and I've never seen people so happy living in such a poor condition.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry to say, God bless their souls. You know, I walked down pathways where you only could walk just enough for a human body to walk down, and there were nothing but shed houses. And these people didn't really have electricity, and they did their pots and pans outside of their shed houses. And the banditos showed me all around the place, and they took me up to their house, which is overlooking the city of God. And we had like all these rare birds and stuff in cages and stuff like that. And I was just blessed with the moment, you know, from being in New York, to experiencing things that I never thought I would experience as a kid. So they let me hold their guns and stuff. They were all masked up, and I took some photos, and you know, it was a good trip. And they told me why the police won't come in there, because they'll kill them.
Hey guys, this girl right here was checking me out all night, man. She danced a little extra when she noticed I was recording her, and she kept looking at me. I'm like, God damn.
That's Brazil for you, man.
Bro, I know.
You be like, yo,
let me tell y'all a quick thing that happened that I experienced when I'm out here, and the other night when I was traveling with this big group, this nightlife group.
Great.
Well, I met a girl from Brazil. She was attractive, you know. She was probably like I'm gonna give it to you 100. She was like a Brazilian 6, meaning like in Brazil she'd be a 6. Something's going on out here in Turkey, a little bit of a Western leaning vibe. And I was told about it before I got here by a dude who's been out here for a while. He's in Italia and goes to Istanbul all the time for business.
I like that.
She was acting. Yeah, she was real. Yeah, she was real westernized, man. She was like a feminist type. Not want to drink, not want to dance with nobody, acting real like not Brazilian. And turns out she's been in Turkey for she was just out here hanging with us. We was all people who've been, I'm only been in Turkey for like 3 days. You know what I'm saying? She was acting like she's been living in New York City, Brooklyn for about 5 or 10 years. And she's been living in Turkey for 3 years. So 3 years, that's how she got.
Wow. Did they try to sell your carpet? They tried to sell me one.
Man, you know, back in the days, if you military, you know the one thing about Turkey that we learned back in the late 90s is if you have a Zippo, you can get a leather jacket. You remember that shit?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I really did it. I couldn't believe it. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I can't fathom stuff like that. I had 2 Zippo lighters, and now I know why my uncle told me to get them. It's crazy.
Yo, you know the beautiful thing about Istanbul, Turkey, is that at night when the churches chime each other, there's like 3 big temples.
Yeah.
And they chime each other. I mean, it's just an awesome sight. You know, when you're going through the heart of it. I love Istanbul, Turkey. I'd love to go back again. I actually went down to Istanbul, then I took the boat over to Asia part.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to see if I can get some dental work over there done, but I decided not to. I felt if I got an infection, I'd rather be in the States. So I love Istanbul, Turkey. I just don't like the food. They got all these ice creams and stuff. That, you know.
Learn to cook, guys. Learn to cook. That way, when you go to a foreign country, you got nothing to worry about. I cook. I cut my own hair. Those things I do not have to worry about. Learn it.
Learn it.
One
I
thing,
go right to the
guys.
super. I go right to the supermarket when I land because I always have a place where I can cook. I go buy what I need to eat, bring it and put it in the freezer. I'm home.
Yeah. Cook
wanna
my
make
ass
it-
off.
I want to
Go
make it
ahead,
clear
man.
to everybody that all these videos and pictures that I'm showing,
Dope.
those my shit.
Nice.
To all you fucking posers out there, this is my shit. This is my shit.
See, but you see how
When I talk about receipts,
You see how us veteran travels talk?
hold
We
up,
don't talk
NYC,
like
hold up,
Passport Bros.
hold up, NYC, hold up. When I speak on receipts, this is what I'm talking about. We're
I
not
see, my
sitting
brother.
here doing a fucking live stream from a sofa. We out here putting work. This is putting work. If you want to
Right.
educate the next generation of black men, put in work.
Yeah.
You got dudes like Fearless, Bacchus, Roland out here traveling, getting intel, sharing with you guys, trying to educate you guys to how to move better as black men. But you don't want to hear this type of information. You want to hear
They
some
don't-
fuck shit.
Pay for play stuff.
Because they're comfortable with that. They're comfortable. That makes them feel like, I'm familiar with that world. I'm familiar with the ignorant stuff. See, in that world, I'm the man.
I'm not. I can't swing with cats like that. I got another story to tell. I have a son who's in Japan. He's in the Navy. I got 2 granddaughters out there. I can never fathom that I would be on an aircraft carrier, an active aircraft carrier, which my son was on. And it's called the George Washington. Big ship.
Big ass ship.
Big ass ship.
GW.
So I love going to Japan too. I love the culture. I love the people. I love how nice they are. I love the subway system that is in Japanese and English. I love the temples they have. And when you go into a military base, it's like being in New York. You got all the American stuff in there. You got all those stores. It's like you just left Japan and came back to America. In the military store, you go to movies and everything. You got a Burger King. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? You got a pizza shop. It's like you can buy Navy gear.
I had a quick question about that. How long does it take to get to Tokyo? Because people want to know that because Tokyo is Tokyo. And is it a complicated travel using public transportation? So could you tell people about that? Because I want to know too.
All right, you can that's my son. You can put him on big screen if you can. That's
All
my
right.
firstborn.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if you can put him on big screen, but that's my firstborn. That's my
I can't see anything.
Yeah, I can't see anything. He's probably got his camera X'd out.
Hold on. I can see him on my screen. Hold on.
Oh, you're talking about the
He's talking about the avatar.
emoji. He's talking about the avatar, the emoji
the
that's
avatar.
on the front. Yeah, the
Oh, okay.
That's cool. Long as we get. I want I think a lot of people want to know that because, like me, I know that I would love to be close to a military base. Retired military. We like that. We love having access to a big military base. We all do. I mean, it's lovely. It's so much there. And when we're on base, you're safe as hell.
The intel is they're starting to build new bases and they're reopening a base in the Philippines again. So I'm moving right on time.
Nice.
To open up a veteran-based business.
Oh Lord,
so
that's
good.
good.
Subcontract with the base that they're going to be opening back up in the Philippines.
I like that. Cool. I hate that they got rid of the military base in Australia, man. Australia's dope, y'all.
Already hope.
Could you tell people to stop saying that Germany, if you're going for white girls, that Germany's better than Australia? Could you please tell people to stop saying that? Please stop saying that. Why are they saying that? What is up with that?
I'm gonna say this, man. I was in Thailand and I met a few Australian chicks. They were bad as hell with
Australian
big legs
women
and
love
ass.
And I'm saying us meaning American men. It doesn't even matter your shade. They love American men because their men are rough. They're abusive.
Disrespectful.
And, when we go and hit a port, whether it be Sydney side or Perth side, depending on what time of year you're hitting port on with the Navy and the Marines, they have adopt a Marine, adopt a sailor. You're there for 2 weeks. The objective of this adopt a Marine, adopt a sailor for the people that are adopting these sailors into their homes is really to marry them off to their daughters.
Yep.
Because they would rather an American man be married to their daughters than one of their, and they're all wealthy. So they're
Hey, shout
literally
out
recruiting
to
you.
And one more thing, we have a good black men have a good track record in Australia dating Australian women. They're the
other
ones
thing
who have a
is-
bad track record of cheating on us, not the other way around.
The
Those
other
are
thing
facts.
is you hear the accent that Australian people have.
Hey
No,
guys,
They get
just-
turned on by American accents because they
Just-
think we
You
have
know
an
what?
accent.
You know what, Ronnie and everybody, you won't find a passport bro in Europe. But I'll tell you one thing, I had spent some of my best years in Europe. I've been married twice overseas. I got married in Europe. I'm in a 12-year marriage now. And I've been to spots in Europe. I'm a lonely black man. I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Germany. I've been to Croatia. I've been to Italy, Venice, all this other stuff, Dubai. I've been to all these places. And people are sleeping, yo. There are beautiful women in Europe. Beautiful women. And there's a lack of black men.
Can I interject here for a second?
Absolutely.
I've been to this place called Portorovo, Slovenia. Been there twice.
Oh, that's where I'm from, Ljubljana, Slovenia.
Oh, you from Ljubljana? Oh,
I'm from Ljubljana, Slovenia, bro. With the castle.
Yes, man. I love that place. One of my all-time favorite places I've ever been. Portorovo,
That's my
Slovenia.
home, man.
That's small.
Wow. Wow.
Right where the castle is, right where the lake is, that goes through all of that, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I lived there.
Wow. That's
What a small world.
What's up?
I need
know
to
what
get
I'm saying?
bubble.
I'm sorry, this is what we talking about. This is how we build. This is how brothers build. We ain't no passport bros. Nobody, I'm in New York. I ask anybody, you heard of Ljubljana, Slovenia? 9 out of 10, they don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows about these little spots.
Can I tell you about something about the passport bros? There was an original definition of passport bros. Leaving the matrix, taking our resources and living our lives overseas, getting married and having kids and giving the finger to the matrix. That was it.
Yeah.
I'm
That was the
realizing now that
original.
the definition has been destroyed. And I was arguing from that point. So everybody who clashed with me on that point, that was my mindset. And what I was saying was, I don't want to let them ignorance fuck up something that I wanted to jump on. You know what I'm saying? To wanted to accept into what I'm doing. Because when I heard the definition, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. And I was building up to that. But I'm realizing that it's been destroyed wholeheartedly from the inside out. And that's the worst part about it. It was destroyed from the inside out, not from the outside in. It was destroyed from the inside out. Clowns getting too comfortable and just letting it happen, letting it rock. And I'm realizing that. That's fucked up.
I mean,
You know what
this
it
thing
is?
will die. This thing hopefully will die out, and these people will grow up. You know what I'm saying? To me, it makes no sense. Any of these passport bros even try to explain it. It don't make sense coming out their mouth. Everybody who says they were associated is trying to disassociate themselves with it now. I don't no longer want to be a passport bro. I don't like to mention the brother's name. Austin something. He done had a tattoo on his body that said passport bros. He's denying he wants to be one. You got BMT. He wants to be the leader of the passport bros because he made an app. He's not the most.
Can I interject real fast on this? When you say these things about the passport bro thing, because you're starting to talk about some other stuff. When you say that, could you tell us specifically the foolery that you're talking about?
I'm talking about the fake hype about nothing.
Well, no, that's cosmetic. What I mean by, in other words, pay for play, throwing money in the air, dressing like a hoodlum, grabbing girls' hand when they walk by,
Right. Not
ignorant
paying
stuff.
for ignorant stuff.
Right? Are you
Not
talking
paying
about
what the
those
chicks.
things?
Yeah, not paying chicks what they need to be paid, what they ask
Right,
for.
right, right,
Um,
right. That's still
I've
paper play,
seen it
but
all. I've seen it all. I was in Sasua one time, and my little bro called me. He's like, "Yo, I can't get this chick to leave," and I'm sitting at one of the clubs in Sasua, and I'm chilling, having my motorcycle and everything. I'm like, "What's going on?" She says, "Me and the girl been doing coke all night, and now she didn't. She don't even want to. She don't even want to fuck. She just wanted. She wants some money. She want." I said, "How long she been in?" She said, "All night." And I said, "How much you gonna pay her?" I said, "You gotta pay that chick for the night, bro." I said, "I'll be right over." Get on my motorcycle. I drove to the hotel we were staying at. I go to where he's at. They sitting there looking like Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston on coke. They all wired up and shit. So I speak to just because I know she's furious. So I look at him and I give him an evil look. I say, "Diodio daimonic la puta," and I curse him out in front of her. Then I like smack him in the head and get him in the room. And then I give her a hug. And I said, well, I didn't even ask her how much she owed. I gave her like 3,000 pesos, whatever it took to get rid of. She was happy. She got in the cab. She left. Just to clear the incident, because I didn't want him to get locked up. So I told him, "Yo, don't ever do that again. You hold these chicks overnight, they're looking to get paid. They're not staying with you. You do all the drugs you want with them." But passport bros coming to places not having enough money, trying to cheat these women
Well,
like room and family.
can I be fair on this though? Because you're talking about dudes who want to be passport bros but not doing it right. That's
I don't know
that
how you
that
could do that right.
Well, let me finish it up. A lot of the things that you mentioned and the things that I mentioned were ignorants who want to come in and want to be a part of it, but ain't listening, because that's what we've been talking about. Not listening to us, doing dumb stuff, making everybody look bad, and just being straight ignorant. That isn't exactly what has been accepted as what is considered to be a passport bro. The thing
Well,
that I would hope you would recognize is, if you say that, then someone who says they was a passport bro, like myself, I back up and say, okay, well, what is it that you feel that I was doing when I would consider myself a passport bro, that you would be like, nah, I ain't fucking with you on that, because it would mean that I'm doing it too. Because I damn sure don't do no pay for play.
all above what you said in the beginning
Right.
is what to make me stay away from an ignorant person.
Okay, cool beans. But just so we clear, that ain't no passport bro, never was. That's the ignorant stuff the whole platform that we've been talking about from beginning to this, that's what we've been talking about. The buffoonery, the ignorant stuff. That stuff right there.
Ignorant and without being a passport bro. Okay?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So when you say I'm not a passport bro, remember what I said when I said I'm not anymore. I said that it's been tarnished by those dudes. They did that. And they did it to the point where you got countries saying no passport bro, the pamphlets and going out the whole 9 yards. We understand what happened. So now we have to accept the fact that we can't just be bolstered as when you go to other countries, be like, I'm gonna come to this, I'm gonna do the passport bro thing or whatever like that. Because we know that there's been a tarnish on that category, just like there's a tarnish on being a black man, period. And a black man traveling or a black man passport bro, there has been quite a bit, more than enough, for us to try to make sure that when we go to other countries, we have to be careful. There's a lot of things that we have to do now. And we're trying to preach to brothers and say, you need to listen to us. We've been there. We've done that. We understand. We understand more than enough to say we don't need to hear nothing from nobody. We know exactly what happened to the whole passport bro movement. We just get it. We don't even need to hear nothing. We just understand it because we've been there and done that.
Right,
and just keep in mind that when you say, right, when you say, I know I'm rambling, y'all. I know. But when you say I hate nine with the passport, bro. People from other countries here, black men. I'm gonna jump off my high horse. My bad for rambling, but I needed
Okay.
to say all that. All right, my bad,
I
Joe.
understand that. I understand that. Just like I just stuck to the brother about Louisiana, Pennsylvania. I don't have that sort of energy there. Okay, I've spent tons and tons of times in Sasua. Russell Simmons, Russell Taylor is one of my best friends. Okay, I got sick in Sasua. He was right there to make sure I was okay. Taylor made dreams. He sat there with me and had soup with me until I got my shit together. Okay, I've been to Flips many times, but I'm a quiet traveler. I'm not trying to be all loud and sticking cameras in people's faces. And then if I'm gonna settle down, I'm gonna settle down with a person that's in my speed and my class limit. Okay, I seen passport bros come and go from DR. Okay, but I also seen intelligent men like Taylor Made Dreams and Greg, Mr. Flip Flop, who are trying to do business out there. I got people from different countries. We come together and we'll say, okay, we'll meet in Sasua at a certain time. We're going to go look for houses. People from Africa, different countries I hang around with that are doing things. People are trying to build properties and buildings and housing. It's not all about the pay for play. It's about the culture. It's about people who are trying to make moves. Okay, even if they're selling T-shirts, I appreciate them trying to make a business for themselves. Even if they got to go down and buy it cheaper, it's not all about this whole passport bro movement with me. I say it's far clear away from that sometimes. Okay, I say with the person who wants to do something good for the people in the community. And I love when I can go into different areas and wherever I go and not feel worried or threatened because I'm not with an ignorant Negro, nigga with an A. Okay, I just can't function like that. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke blunts. I don't drink no more. I'm just a solid dude. If you ever met me, I don't lie, but I respect the culture of the people, and that's part of traveling.
So
So you,
let's do this. Let's do this, and I want to do a round table. What is the solution?
Yes.
Can we
Yes.
actually turn? Can we turn this around? Can the Passport Bros turn this around? And what is the solution? And I want to start off with Fearless. If we're going to do a round table,
Perfect man to start with.
Fearless.
Lead by example. That is one. Another thing is I gotta hold everybody on this panel and out there accountable. And I say that because we're guilty. And I think me and Kanal talked about this. I said, man, I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna put up a stupid cut video when I was in Sasua that made absolutely no sense. There was no effort put into it. It was nothing. And then I'm gonna work 8 hours and make an edited video. And I want y'all to tell me which one got viral. The one that was no effort, showing a booty, didn't give any information, nothing. So if that's the content that people are consistently looking at, it's never going to change until we start saying that content is no longer acceptable. So when we change and make something more acceptable and we gain that, then people will change. So we have to lead by example. We have to show a whole different type of receipts. And hopefully later on that'll follow. Don't tolerate it. Don't support it. That's me.
Okay. Roland?
I'm on that same type of time. You know, I speak to it, you know, every time I see it, every time I hear it, you know, I don't care what room I'm in, you know, I'm not complicit in things like that. I'm going to speak to the way the moves were done incorrectly, how they should have done it, and I'm going to leave it like that. You know, you make corrective actions after I give you the advice. You take it or you leave it, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to tolerate it. You know, even in certain panels, you know, you've seen me run rooms before. So corrective action needs to be taken immediately. You know, you have to speak to it. You cannot no longer allow that to continue to replicate itself. I call it the Jerry Springer Maury Povich. time frame of what's going on YouTube. Everybody's going for clicks and views. They're trying to get monetized. They want to try to make money off of this thing, and make a living off of trying to travel. But the type of content they're putting out there is ruining the reputation of people that have been doing it way longer, over 50 plus years. Veterans have been traveling, so, trying to minimize what these guys are doing and correctively telling them, yo, this is not the answer to, what the end goal is for traveling. I just don't encourage it.
Okay. Captain K, your thoughts?
Well, for me, I defer back to how it was when I was in the Navy and we hit a Liberty. And I'm sure Roland can testify to this. We came across some guy who was being ignorant, the tomfoolery. We checked him. Hey, bro. No. We can't move like that here. We can't do that. So I find myself doing the same thing. I'm not a creator like you gentlemen, but when I'm somewhere and I got boots on the ground and I see something going on, whether it's my business or not, most of the time it's not. But I hate the stigma of being the ugly American. I hate it. And so when I see it, I say something. A good example is one of the visits to Brazil. It was someone there saying, well, why can't you speak English? They was on another table. I didn't know them, didn't know who they were. And I just, before I could stop myself, I said, because you're in Brazil and they speak Portuguese, but why don't you learn Portuguese? And they sat there and they were like, didn't say nothing else. So, I don't know how to, as far as the creation stuff, like Fearless said, that's what they want to see, because a lot of people want to watch that because they're never going to travel. So they want to see this stuff that they can't get a hold of, whatever. I don't know how to change that, because you guys are going to know better than me, because I don't do that. I like my anonymity too much, so I move a different way. But like I said, when I'm boots on the ground somewhere and I see it, I say something, and that's what I feel like the only thing I can do to change it at that time. Hey, no, dog, you can't do that. You can't move like that. You can't say that. You can't. This ain't New York. You can't do this. Ain't New Orleans. This ain't Atlanta. You can't move like that. And so that's how I combat it the best I can that way.
Okay. James, your thoughts?
I'm glad y'all put me last, because y'all know I'm going.
Well, I mean, people last.
No. Yeah, I know. I like it though. It's probably a good idea. I'll say you smart for that, because you know me on lives. This subject right here, I can go on for days. Now, I'm shortening it up, and I'm going to be short and sweet about this, believe it or not. People who ain't black making a lot of money off the ignorance within our social circles. People who ain't black are making a lot of money off that. And there are no solid checks and balances to nullify it, so we know how to tell somebody the right way. Stop doing that. Stop supporting organizations and companies who have no respect for us. How is it that people who don't look like us can go to these countries and get glorified? No product in the history of mankind has been more glorified than a white man's face. No product in the history of time has been crapped on as much as the black man's face. We have no checks and balances right now to check brothers properly who are doing the buffoonery over these countries. We need to get that right. If we start developing that and start building a foundation, we will be able to properly do what the Jews do when you disrespect them. And then I know we're not talking about building that foundation right off the back, but we can. Why? Because our image, even though it's tarnished, is very powerful. Black unity is like a dream. and it will make the whole world crap their pants in a good way and a bad way. We have no checks and balances. And it is why when you get a group of us and one of us gets to bang a girl, or one of us starts get that real good job, we get natural born haters coming up. Like they mad because you got it and they didn't. When we should be doing, be like, oh, one of us got it. That's what's up. We do that sometimes. One of us got in the White House. One of us became a 5-star general. You know what I'm saying? One of us, went on that TV show, The Bachelor, and got the girl. One of us did it. One of us did it. Sometimes we do, but most of the time we get mad at it. I'm talking about the root of the problem, not the outskirts to say, yo, this dude went over to Thailand. This dude went over to Colombia, went to the club, dressed like a hoodlum, throwing money in the air. You know what I'm saying? Acting like an ignorant. Why does he feel comfortable doing that? Why does he feel that that's what's up? Who's checking him? How do we check him? What exactly do we say to him? Do we got a script? Okay, do we know how to be on code when we check them? What does that even mean? What does it mean to be on code to check all this BS that's hurting us? Our image, the travel, the whole 9 yards. What does that even look like? Staying on code when we check these fools. And how many of us can we get to be on board with it? Yo, you heard about that dude? Yeah, we got him. Yo, so-and-so got this. We're going to do this right here. Radio station, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever connections we got. We know exactly what to do, and we're right on time with it, and we are on code. Because the thing about being on code is you have to stay on code for the rest of your life until you're dead. People don't understand that. Off the high horse.
Okay. NYC King, man. And I'm gonna close it out because we've been doing this live scene for over 3 hours, man. Shit,
You sound tired, man.
Bro, I had the wife come up. The wife came look at me like, "It's so long." I was like, okay, I need to get off.
What are you doing?
I agree with. I'm gonna say right now, this is a group of intelligent brothers on this panel right now.
This is one hell of a panel.
I agree with, because it's a blessing that we can travel around the world. A lot of people don't have driver's license. Okay, can we check ignorance? Is it our place to check ignorance? Is it our place to tell a man that stop what you're doing or you're going to get locked up? Well, he learned once if we try to check him. Well, they destroy our vacation and our mindset and make us not want to be where we at because of their ignorance. And just like we have a panel of intelligent people, there are a panel of ignorant people that are just shooting garbage to each other. You know, and I've been on the panel with the best of them. I'm a panel veteran. I've cooked people left and right. I played around, you know what I'm saying? I've been on YouTube for a while. And I don't glorify my travels on my channel. Even though I've been monetized for a long time. I don't have any creep camming. I do a lot of filming upstate New York. The beauty of New York, it's not all about the city. Because I got trolls and stalkers. And I got women that are out to get me. So I can't be traveling and posting where I'm at. I actually end up in court because of that. But we got to respect the panel. We're on the same page, but we can't teach an ignorant person to be smart. You can't stop them from creep camming. That's how they're getting their channel numbers up. They're not going to listen. We can't stop them from throwing money in the air. They're not going to listen because we were born that way, streetless, disrespectful, don't respect the culture, calling the women bitches in different countries, hoes and whores, but yet you travel to be with them. One thing I learned about traveling to some of these places, these people have families, mothers and fathers, children, and they're only out there to feed their families. And you're going to go places and Password Bros run up the price. And you can't beat with that. With that, I'm giving my blessings to you brothers. I appreciate that meeting. Got a lot of insight tonight. Just listening to that. Appreciate it.
All right, hey King, we're kind of losing you, but I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. I'm gonna say this, man. Like a black nigga, we need to separate ourselves. It is what it is, man. Look, some people, there's no convincing, and it's a waste of time and energy. For the brothers who want to do right and win overseas, you need to surround yourself with brothers who think and move just like you. Any dudes who are on some fuck shit, separate yourself from the herd. Create your own special team 6, your own special little group of travelers that you fuck with and move with them only. We're not collective. I'm sorry. We're not. Until we understand it and be on the same page, we have to separate ourselves from the fuck shit. Can the Passport Bros clean this shit up? They can. But dude, they have a lot of shit to clean up. It is what it is. But at the same time, dude, I got my clique. I got my network of brothers that I fuck with, that I travel with, that I do business with, that I do things with. We could go out, make money, go out there, travel the world, and have fun and learn from each other. The rest of the dudes, fuck them. If they're not willing to fall on code, if they're not willing to listen, fuck them. I'm not trying to convince no black man how to behave and conduct themselves accordingly. That's a waste of energy. Guess what? You want to take that fuck shit behavior from Detroit to fucking Spain or to Nigeria? Trust me, you're gonna get checked.
Nigeria brothers don't play.
Me and my crew, we're out here having a good time, making money, enjoying our wives, building, domestic and overseas. Dudes that gotta fucking do a live stream just to get back home, I don't want to be associated with your ass. I don't want to be associated with a dude that constantly flip-flop on different topics. I don't want to be around you. I don't fuck with you in the States. I'm not gonna fuck with you overseas. And I think it's time. It's time we separate ourselves from the herd. Because let's keep it real. People who follow all the fuck shit, they ain't traveling. They're not putting in work. They have miserable lives. The guys who are winning, they're quiet. They move in silence. They got their own little clique they fuck with, and they go from there. So it's just like this whole thing trying to bring everybody together into one. That's just not gonna happen. It's not. And we need to accept that. We need to accept that. We build our own community. And guess what? Any dude that wants to join our own community, they got to be vetted.
There we go.
We got to see that work. It's like, we got to see them receipts. If you're on some fuck shit, dude, you know what? Even for a newbie, a young brother want to come in with no experience, guess what? Are you willing to shut the fuck up and listen? If you're not willing to shut up and listen, no, keep it moving, bro. Watch a YouTube channel. Learn from these other dudes. So with that being said, man, look, stop selling dreams. Tell these brothers the true reality of what's going on, especially as a black man. Really depending on the color of your skin, is not as acceptable it is in the States versus overseas. And understand that we have a perception that we need to keep up. Show the best version of yourself while still networking, while still having fun, while still building relationship, and just go out there and enjoy the moment, man. Dude, we got one life to live. Live your best life. Stop caring what other brothers think of you, what you're doing, and everything else. You want to go out there and find a wife, go find that wife. If you want to go out there and monger, go ahead and monger. But be true to yourself. Stop faking. Because right now, these YouTube channels, It's a lot of fakes, man. A lot of fakes. That's it, man. Just want to close it out with that, man. I just want to thank everyone for jumping on the show. I didn't plan for this, man. I just felt like, hey, you know what? Let me just go do a live stream, man. I'm feeling good right now. Let me do one shout out to my partner in crime, the Lions Den podcast, every Friday at 10:30 p.m. We'll be back next week. This week we kind of decided to take a break off from all the fuckery. So shout out to Fearless. We'll be having our Lions Den podcast next week, up and running again. And again, guys, BlackManTravels is still up. I'll be heading out to Cali, Colombia for the Afro-Colombian Festival. My goal is to get you guys content, where to stay, where to go. All that shit's going to be free on my website. You just got to read. If you ain't willing to read, you fucking missing out information. That's all I got to say. But besides that, just want to say thank you to each of you brothers. And, man, have a great weekend, man.
Absolutely. Man,
all right, fellas.
Fantastic panel, man. Fantastic panel.
Salute.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thanks, guys, man. Later.
Later.